Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 27 of Dragon Heist Waterdeep. Uh, we're not going to delay too much in getting into this episode, so I'm going to go right into letting one of my players do the recap. Robot, you have volunteered to do the recap, so why don't you get us started?
Sure, I'll try and keep it relatively quick. So we started the session with the puzzle that we'd solved. Uh, Click sent a paper bird away, and then we went down. Or no, wait, we received the paper bird. That was it. He received the paper bird, and Harper's were busy. Basically, they're confident we can handle ourselves. We'll see if that's true. We went down, and as we went down, it got wider and wider. We went, there was the door that we needed the keys for, and we presented them. Our companions and the feather and scale and such. And as we went in, we, started looking around. There's some damage on the structure, ancient stone stuff, and big iron doors and armor that ended up coming to life. We fought the armor, proceeded onward, and after doing some checks and finding like a drafts and such, we came across a painting that Click was very enamored with. Zashu tried to get Click away from it and ended up being ensorcelled as well. And then, with the aid of the boons from the Emerald Enclave, the party got them out. And I believe at that point we had a short rest. Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Then we went onward, and this is in my place here. We went, I think, upstairs at that point, right? Yeah, and then there was a black ooze that came out the wall. We fought that after it split apart, and then we saw a dwarven statue that was hiding a room. We went there, and we had a very long. I would call it an argument, but it wasn't very heated. It was more like a long discussion with Click over whether we should loot the room or not. And we ended up basically locking Click in there, saying like, "Hey, come out when you put your stuff back." And we went to explore the rest of the chamber. We found a room with an anvil and some writing that it turned out was similar enough to Gnomish that Feltix could read. And across another bridge, we found a room of secrets, I believe. And
Yes.
Nulgu managed to tell a big enough secret to open the passage. At that point, Click came out, and crossing the bridge that others had no problem crossing, got the attention of the gargoyles that were lining it. As it turned out, the treasure ended up being, well, a bad idea. And long story short, we took Click away from there, took his treasure, put it back, and proceeded downwards. There were a few more details that happened there, but you can watch the episode for the specifics. After
Yeah.
that, we went and saw a dwarf who was very radiant and golden, and as it turned out, he was a gold dragon named Orinox, which we shared stories with and learned quite a few interesting things. Uh, there's so much there that it would be a long time to go through, but more or less, he's there for the purpose of the module anyway. He's there for guarding the treasure on behalf of, I forgot his name, Degalt Neverember.
Yep, you
I
got
think.
it.
Yeah. And we convinced him to help us carry it up, and that we're doing it for the good of the city. Lots of things about everyone's backstory there was discussed, and our adventures were discussed, and watch the episode for that, because I would be here for half an hour talking about it if I went into more detail.
It was 6 hours long for a reason.
Yeah.
Yes. It was a fun session, though.
Oh yeah.
When it's 6 hours and everyone wants more. That it was a pretty good day.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's more than good enough. Do you have inspiration?
No.
Would you like inspiration?
Yes.
You got it, champion.
Nice.
Okay. So let's quickly go down highlights as well. We will start with Sam.
It would be that I remembered I had that sage that was sent to me, burned it, got a nice little warning about basically that ended up being about the gargoyles that well, didn't matter in the end.
Fair enough, and also accurate. Zai.
Crap. I think my highlight would have been the whole. I actually really like that. The painting puzzle that Zashu and Click got captured in. It's really nice. Like, it's really cool to have a puzzle like that. It's like, oh, well then, time to save them. And lizard wagon.
Can never go wrong with the lizard wagon. Kaze.
Hashtag Click did nothing wrong.
Hashtag bully click.
That's one I can get behind.
Speaking of which, Bio, your highlight.
Speaking of bullying, how after we got all the information, told our story, got information on our future quests a little bit, and then things devolved into making fun of Volo again for like 20 minutes. That was how the session ended.
That was great. Making fun of Volo is gonna become like one of my favorite pastimes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yue.
I wrote down Fresco, but I think my highlight really was no step on click.
Was that tread on click? Alright, Robot, your highlight.
My highlight was step on click. No, but no, like all of that, like UA pulling off a very in character thing with Click wanting to take the loot, but not doing it in an obnoxious way. Like, it felt realistic, and when the whole party, there was obvious danger that was present, and Zashu yelling at him to not do it, he didn't just go back in and take the loot again like some players might do, right? So it was good, very good role playing moments, and a lot of fun to yell at UA.
With thaumaturgy.
Yeah, to have a good in character reason to have that conflict, I would agree. This is me as a GM saying it is okay for characters to have conflict with one another as long as players are not actually fighting one another. Please be careful with that. Please be careful with that line if you're a DM, because sometimes you need to judge that.
That was another thing. Is like we all were like talking back and forth over like the pros and cons of it, like do this, don't do this, and yeah, we shut Click in a room, but we didn't like fight. We didn't like
kill him.
Yeah, we're not like kill Click because he's taking the loot. And like,
remember when one of my characters was killed because he accidentally broke somebody's sword, and then he wanted a pet bugbear? That was fun.
Like a lot of players will escalate to extreme violence over somewhat small disagreements. It's like, yeah, the characters might be upset at each other for a little bit after this, but we're not going to kill each other.
Yeah.
I did get Shade out of it, though. Shade was fun.
Yeah, Shade was fun, and it's my regret that I didn't step in at that time against FPOD. That was not cool of me.
I wasn't gonna name names. Not saying he'd ever watch this, but...
I know he wouldn't, but I'm aware of the player.
Also, fuck FPOD.
Remember,
Kaze has good reason to say that.
The real Dungeons and Dragons are the friends we made along the way.
Yes.
Yeah, they're the real dungeons and the real dragons.
By the way, Yue, would you mind switching your icon to Click?
I keep forgetting that.
He was listening to a corpse party recording the other day, and he's like, I forgot to change my icon. And then he did it again here.
All right. So without further ado, let's get back into this. You guys had just descended to the bottom of the Vault of Dragons. You guys had discovered the massive horde of dragons, ironically guarded by a gold dragon. And after some discussion, were allowed by the gold dragon to take the gold back up. Once you guys get a proper contact up there that he can bring the gold to, because he wants it to bring to someone he can trust. He also has allowed you guys to take a short rest here, which you guys have been embellishing on. I believe most of you have already spent your hit die for short resting.
Yeah.
And I know that UA rolled really low on his hit die, which kind of sucks, but It happens.
Ones are great.
So it's like
Sometimes you just skip
things like Bardic Inspiration, key points. I don't think Zashu has any charges left in his blood vial.
No, it recharges on the dawn rather than the rest. So yeah,
and then Ranu gets back all his wild shapes as well. So,
I do get back my favored by the gods though.
which might be relevant. Be relevant. All right. So you guys have finished up your short rest, maybe taking a nap, some stretches, sharing stories with, obviously sharing stories with Arnox, and reading Volo's Guide to Monsters to him, to which he, even on his huge draconic face, you could tell the cringe was there.
Everyone is making fun of it though, so that at least is good.
And I will allow you guys to pick one final passage from Volo's Guide to Monsters that you are going to read to him before we move on.
I believe the last one we talked about was actually gnomes.
Oh,
But-
oh no.
You have all the other player races, except for one that isn't in there.
Yeah. Okay. So, you guys are just finishing up
Everyone
your
else
short rest.
read that?
When you turn to the page on gnomes to read it to Arnox, as you read, gnomes, these intrinsic little whimsical creatures are somewhere between insane and what's the word I'm looking for here? Because I need to figure out the word. It's like whimsical, but it's like a word for you can't focus.
I don't know, but it seems like
Incentive?
you're experiencing it right now.
Yep.
I can see Volo actually writing all this out though.
Fuck. Yeah.
Scatterbrained?
Scatterbrained
That's
are somewhere between insane and scatterbrained. I've never met they're all highly intelligent creatures, which begs the question of why they choose to live out into the forest. Must be some sort of derangement that they all suffer from. However, they can be very useful and intrinsically are great tinkers. You'd be remiss to not make friends with a gnome. However, I would caution to keep some distance from them, lest you be drawn into their insanity.
Makes it sound like eldritch horrors.
But
a little bit.
honestly, he's not that far off the mark.
I mean,
Are you making us go crazy, Felix?
No, remember, I got the fuck away from my relatives
Oh, before it got bad.
before
Understand.
it got bad.
he's the control group.
I understand.
I smell purple.
Is this why Sashi broke down that door? I wonder.
I didn't feel insane at the time. Just very angry.
Aren't they pretty close?
No.
Anger and insanity?
Anger has a target. Insanity doesn't have one.
Hmm. But neither one is a clear head.
Insanity is being unable to grasp the reality of a situation properly. Anger is that you grasp the situation properly and are not happy with it to the point of rage.
That. Anyway, semantics. This is bullcrap. Follow, fuck you.
Yeah, that's another note on the next review.
Yes, I will probably need to have a talk with Volo, probably transformed as somebody, and ask number one who published him. That's what's really impressive. That's a published book.
I've never actually checked who the publisher was. Looks at the front page.
Published by Volo Thamp Industries.
He has a business?
Certainly explains things.
I thought it was Mages of the Port.
Nah, Druids of the Dryads.
What insane clerk said okay to him? What did he do?
Well, I heard that Volo can be very popular among certain groups. Some people actually like his embellishments. Some people.
He just speaks well of them, clearly.
Probably so. I would imagine the passages on dwarves and probably halflings and humans and elves are probably very nicely and well written.
As far as I can tell, there is no entry on halflings in this book.
Oh, that's racist.
And then again, he points to the cover, Guide to Monsters. So he considers everything in this book a form of monster.
Wait. There was a passage for gold dragons, and he's never met one, but there's a passage for gold dragons in there. He thinks
All
I'm a
dragons.
monster.
I wonder what his definition is. Because gnomes are in here. Well, lizard folk and kobolds, fair enough, but tabaxi are also in here.
I mean, have you seen what tabaxis used to look like?
I've
No,
heard that there was
no,
one
seriously,
gnome here.
Google first edition tabaxi. Google it. And prepare
You're
for
making-
nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
You're
No,
making
it
me
goes
do-
back to the tabaxi entry.
Ooh.
Ah, I hate it.
Yeah,
I
it's pretty
have seen that, but
fucking
I
bad.
I thought it was fake when I saw it. Oh my god,
No,
that's real.
that's real.
Ew.
So
This is
seeing
one
that,
I only, it's the only one I
and-
accept.
and with the words Ornox says, actually thinks for a second. So wait, how old is Volo then? When did they used to look like this?
Oh, there are old picture books and such. But they haven't looked like that since I was a young wormling. And I do mean really young. Like, just hatched out the egg young.
So, just a tad bigger than me.
That's about right. Jeez, it's hard to remember being that small.
Oh god, it really does look like the
Be
Cats
nice.
musical.
It's so fucking bad. And that's
That
something for
musical from Cholt.
That's something for people who are watching this episode to go Google for themselves and to be horrified. I mean, the Beholder from first edition also pretty bad, but I think the
But
Tabaxi
hilarious.
tops. I think the Tabaxi tops it.
Yeah, there's a difference between the hilarious Beholder and this monstrosity.
Right, Arnox. There's like, enough with the chuckles and the good time, though. I believe you all are sufficiently well rested. If you like, we'll put the arrangement as such. Whenever you have your correspondent outside, you can just let me know. We'll close the doors, and I'll bring the treasure up, and they can just retrieve it at the doorway.
Sounds fair to me.
And remember,
I sent a message out to the people, but I haven't gotten a response back yet.
interesting that. Boop.
Oh.
Door.
Big dwarf. Alright. As he transforms back into a Brock Klinghammer form, and he's like, just remember, we have a bit of an arrangement, and shh, it's a secret who I really am.
Of course.
Yeah.
Alright,
It was lovely.
then.
It was lovely to meet you, Clanghammer. Just winks.
Aye, lovely meeting y'all too. Oh, I'll be good now. He says as he actually looks over at the pile of 500,000 dragons. Would anyone like to roll an insight?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
I mean,
I mean, if you're offering.
I am.
yeah. Why?
I don't know a damn thing. That sure is gold.
A chance. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, Chance knows.
Damn.
Not today.
How would I not know?
Because you rolled low.
Well, I guess the way
You
to
didn't
roll
notice
those
you
what
looked.
the best way to interact all those low rolls is like you're just not paying attention to it.
Or like or he looks at the gold and you look where he's looking rather than looking at him, kind of thing.
Yeah. Chance, you're looking at him. He's definitely feeling some it's gonna be so sad to see all this gold go. It's obvious, but it's just like he's doing the right thing, but that doesn't mean it doesn't hurt his dragon soul.
Right. I mean, it was not his, but it was wistfully
In his possession
in
and
his
protection,
possession.
therefore, yeah.
So part of his hoard in a sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
As he goes over to the horn, it just kind of just sits down next to it.
Yeah. There's really nothing you can say to him in that situation.
Mm-hmm. Alright, you guys make your way back up. Just move you guys back to... You guys can move yourself back to the area where the gargoyles are, which would be... let me zoom out. This area, move yourself to this room here. Alright, perfect. Boom. Alright, so you guys have left the Vault of the Dragons, technically, and you guys are now free to discuss amongst each other everything that's happened, everything that's transpired. And because you have the trap door closed, Arnex likely cannot hear you if you have anything to say.
Well,
Oh, I did not have the music playing this entire time. I big dumb.
Oops.
Big oops.
Settings. Nope. Background music.
We were all too busy haunted by that image and just now in our head.
Just jeez.
That's the musicals playing.
It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. There we go. And let me just adjust the volume on that very quickly. There we go. Okay. Anything you guys want to discuss amongst each other now that you're out of earshot of Arnox?
Alright, so who do you think is the best bet to get? I'm thinking Vadra, actually. Given he was kind of interested in how she was doing, and I trust her.
She is in a trusted position. I don't see why we wouldn't contact her.
I think we should definitely run it by our people, but that does seem like the right thing to do to me, since it would go back to the city.
Seems
No,
reasonable.
I already sent a bird out.
Good job, Click.
Yeah. I asked them to bring Never Embar.
That seems right as well, given his father is the one who put it here.
Nods.
That should work. If we can get both, that would be ideal.
But I haven't gotten a response yet, and it's been an hour, so I'm
Well,
kind of hoping nothing bad happened.
we're pretty far underground. Maybe it's waiting for us with the rest at the
Out of character. Was it a windmill? I forgot.
Yes, it is.
Assumption.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
at the windmill.
Well, then,
Do you
back
think
to the
the door
surface for
closed?
now?
Yeah.
What was that, Chance?
Do you think the door closed? How long have we been here? I don't even know anymore.
Well, at least
3 or 4
Yeah,
hours, I think.
Roughly about 2.5. 2.5 is a good estimation because you guys are taking 2 short rests down here.
Yeah.
And then just exploring the dungeon itself, I would say add maybe an extra 30 minutes on that. So I'm just like 2.5 seems about right.
Rizel went back with Ublex and stuff, or not? Or did she stick around?
she was
I
waiting in the mill
think
to keep guard.
She's
Right.
waiting on the stairs in case we need to get back out, so shouldn't be a problem. Though we just need to get her attention somehow. If it is shut.
Knocking on the inside of the door, probably.
We should go check if it's shut before we start planning about what to do if it's shut.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah, let's go.
Do any of you know how to do the thing that Vadra does? Or that she like taps her head? Because she didn't know.
No,
what
I was
know-
going to
I
try
called
and learn.
message.
I know how to tap my head. Watch.
Okay.
And he does it.
I can magically throw my voice about 30 feet, but no further than that. Though I can shout really loud. I heard that earlier. Sorry about that, Click.
Click shrinks back.
And he'll start walking.
scoffs and walks with.
Wait, take it easy. It's still unstable at parts, one by one.
You guys did take down your ropes when you guys finished walking across. You probably will need to set up the ropes again unless you guys want to risk jumping across.
Can't we just go down since we know that can't we just, like, go down? Like, we can be here and there's rope down to down below. 'Cause it's down there.
Didn't you hurt yourself last time you tried to climb down from something?
What's your point?
I will be fine.
Alright, I just need someone to roll me a survival check to kind of set up the rope system so that you guys can climb down instead of walk down the long way.
Would 2 ropes help?
Yeah, no, 2 ropes. Yeah, I'm just saying that you're doing a survival check to kind of just tie it all together and make sure it's all tight and stuff.
I can try to do that.
What's your survival at, guys? I got a where's it? 5.
I also have 5.
Sandra
Why?
has
Okay,
-1.
Okay, whoever has the rope, do it, and one of us will assist.
I'll put it this way: one of you do it, and then the other one has advantage. How's that sound? And I'm gonna
Yeah.
roll.
Same
I'll
with
roll
the
one.
assist.
I'll roll 1d2. Evens its chance. Odds it's Ranut. Evens its chance.
Okay, I was gonna
And
say.
Ranut is assisting her.
Okay,
I
I would
shall
say that
roll horribly.
that it works out anyways because I have a climbing speed, so I can test it more safely. Also, I mean, I
no,
think you
also-
do too, but
Not in this form, but yeah. But I also cast guidance on you to add a 1d4.
All right,
Just in
that's
case.
1d4 on top of having advantage.
A small, tiny red lizard guides your arms.
All right, that's a 19. That is a pass. With Ranut and Veltix kind of just, they know their shit. They've lived out in the woods. And Chance, you just know how to tie stuff down and stuff because of working with your parents. So you just tie the knife super tight. Tie it to one of the gargoyles, kind of giving it a little apologatory bow as you slide your way down and just plop, land down about where is it? Where would that be on the map?
Hereish?
Yeah,
Here.
I'd probably definitely right here.
Next to that one pillar.
Yeah, if we're doing it with the gargoyle, then here.
All right, and everyone else can also slide down as well.
Hang on, I gotta get them both in the same.
It is a simple. I will ask for a simple athletics check from everybody else. The DC is 5. I doubt anyone will fail it. It's an
ones exist, my friend. Now
athletics
that you've
with
said it.
advantage. Athletics with advantage.
I was actually going to say if need be, Chance could stay about halfway to catch anyone who starts to slip.
Yeah.
That's a smart idea.
So let's see those athletics from everybody. So that's a pass from Click, pass from Feltix. Like I
Even
said,
if
I'm sure this is not going to be bad for anybody.
Even if I get a nat 1, I'll get 5. But here
Yep.
we go. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, you just roll your clicky clackies. All right, just waiting for Ranut. And that's still a pass. As you all slide down the rope.
Jostle the ropes loose.
I mean, I could just climb back up and take it down.
That also works.
Reasonably.
Let's not leave it on that
Or do I need
on
to-
that gargoyle's neck.
Yes. Chance is going to climb up and take it off the gargoyle then? Okay. That's, perfect and completely respectable. I just need to get something prepared. Give me just a tiny second.
Yeah, I feel she would be respectful of them, so.
This is very intense music for all the nothing that's happening.
I mean, the Vault of Dragons is an intimidating place.
Oh, I can't even hear it. Oh, I'm sad.
Music?
Yeah, I'm not hearing it at all.
Yeah,
Here,
there's
if I turn it
drums.
all the way up.
Now
I normally don't turn it up very loud because I don't want to have it booming in my ears. And you have the ability to adjust the volume yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we can't make it higher than.
Well,
like,
usually
if mine's.
what I do is I turn up my Windows volume and then I just turn Discord down a little bit, and then it evens out.
Alright, I got all the things I need to set up. You guys are welcome to continue 30 feet at a time.
Okay.
Just figure out a marching order.
Yep.
I'm almost always in the back. I'll just assume that's what I'm doing.
Nogu's always in the middle.
I'll be in front because perceptions.
I'll be right behind Ranuk then.
We're going, this way, down here.
Okay, wait, hold on. Click one back, please. Unless you're taking point.
I usually do, but okay.
It's click.
Looks
I
like
mean,
Ronnie's
it's
okay
wide
with taking
enough
point for
at the
today.
moment.
Yeah, Feltix is probably going to be here and Chance is going to be here.
Yep.
Alright, makes sense. Alright, so 30 feet at a time, move yourself.
Okay.
And then I will say something to you when you've moved, after you move your 30 feet.
And we extra destroyed the armor, right?
Yeah, it's extra destroyed. I will ask that, because Ranud is taking point, I want you to roll me the perception check.
Sure that. Let's see. Perception. Oh.
Nice.
Alright, yeah, nothing unusual.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and put you guys back into a better spot. What the fudge? Oh, because I'm on the wrong layer. Duh. Yeah, there we go.
So you get. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear. What is
Are we supposed to see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so as you guys get closer to the door, you see leaning up against either side of the adamantine door and kind of standing slightly in front of the door, you see those three drow that you've seen many times before. The two drow that you've seen in the back alleyway, and then the one drow that you met in the tower. And then standing slightly behind them, you see a well-dressed drow with a fine trim hat. Let me get his description up so I can give him an accurate description. There we go. Right there.
What's it? What did I just do? I just lost my bar. Okay.
All this information, I'm just looking for how he looks. Wow, all that information and not a single thing on how he looks. That's impressive. Impressive. In all the wrong ways.
I guess you just look at the cover
Yeah,
of the book.
look at the cover of the book. The drow,
Mr. Cover Man.
'Cause I can tell
I
from
wonder
this
who this
little-
is.
that's how he
That's
looks.
who it
Jesus.
Who might this be?
is. Look at the thumbnail when you pause the YouTube video. That's the cover of the book.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting back to the Vault of Dragons. There we go. And let me go ahead and zoom slightly out on the player perspective. All right, as you get right there, you see those. You see that site right there. As the three drow in front of him appear to just be minding their own business casually, and this other drow in the back here seems to just have a slight smirk on his face. And once you guys get about that close, he just. Well, well, well. I would like to congratulate you on doing a job well done. You have infiltrated the Vault of Dragons, and you have gotten the dragons, it seems, though it appears you do not have them in your hand at the moment.
There's a lot of them.
Makes sense. I have a proposition for you. You can leave the vault right now, and I will take the dragons.
Just glancing at the drow in the tower, does he seem to recognize me looking at him?
Yes, he does.
Looking to the leader behind them.
I
I
will
presume
be-
you're trying to return them to the city.
That is correct. I do intend to return them to the city. I have no intention of stealing them for myself. I simply had the intention of putting myself in a better spot in negotiating with the Lord's Alliance.
Insight. Though he does have more to say after this.
He does, but go on. You're unsure of his intentions. As he says, truth be told, I have no intention of fighting you guys. I don't want to hurt you. You all seem like very kind people. So, if you agree to these terms, then I will let you walk. If you do not, then I will do what I must. I promise that me and my men will not kill you, but we will not leave you unharmed if you choose to be belligerent.
I have a counter proposal. We are intending to go get in contact with authorities in the city to complete this. I could put in a word that you guys were present and aided us in the process. After all, your men did lead us properly to the proper place on the tower very quickly. This would put you in a better light with the city if you actually had helped us in this endeavor.
Roll me a persuasion. Or are you being deceptive?
No, I'm actually being honest. I would be totally willing to do that.
Is the rest of the party okay with this?
I
They
just
just
want to
wanna
be the
keep-
fly on the wall when they go meet the dragon.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I have my own ideas, but I'm kind of waiting to see what their reaction to this kind of proposal is first.
Yeah.
We're okay. Yeah, I think it's so. See how's that sounds to him. Go ahead. I don't think it's a lie either. It's like
Alright,
they want credit.
go ahead
They're
and roll
trying
me-
to get in good graces with the city.
Go ahead and
Right.
roll me that
They want the
persua-
credit instead of us. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead and roll me that persuasion then.
That becomes a 20.
That does become a 20. Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse.
I do want to take this deal. It seems very good, if I'm being honest myself. My problem is, I debate whether or not this will be enough to sway Lyell. She has been kind of obstinate. And I fear somewhat that unless I give her the dragons myself, that she will not come around to her senses.
Remind me who this who's he referring to, or is it a new name? We don't know.
Lyrell
Okay.
Silverhand,
Lyrell. Okay, thank you.
the Open Lord of
The-
Waterdeep.
The racist.
Right, the accent threw me off. Sorry.
I do apologize. I am very French.
Hey, Luskin can be described as French. They're all fucking stuck-up assholes.
Who think they're the most beautiful thing in the world?
Yep.
Damn. Got all of it.
And yep, they're full of criminals. How about that?
Oh, it's almost like it's actual Paris.
Oh.
How dare there be actual allusions to the real world that are so base?
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's.
Anyway. Noga does look like he's considering, and it's like, well, that is a good point. However, I still think that you can reach them if you try hard enough. There are certain other avenues you could do, such as helping with the arts, like a certain boat captain is looking directly at the leader.
Ah, you mean Zalshad Zord. I am familiar with him. He is friends with me.
He's very much trying to make Luskin's name better, and from his the fair that he helps with, and potentially helping with the arts, he seems to be doing a good job.
The man bites his lip for a bit. I believe that we are not in disagreement with these things, so I don't actually think we have any reason to fight them, do we?
Not unless we need to. And I don't think we need to.
Very well then. Your compatriots, Rizel Eileen. She's on her way to go talk to your Harper informants after we intercepted your paper bird. He says, crumpling your paper bird and throwing it to the ground. So likely she will be here with a few of your Harper associates sooner or later. We will simply wait here inside the Vault of the Dragons and let them know that you guys left us in charge to return the dragons. That way it seems more apt that we retrieve the dragons. No?
Nogu rubs his chin, looks at the others.
I mean, there's still a paper trail that we initiate the mission. Perhaps it could be seen that we hired them on the way here. We will still be...
Or simply we came to friendly negotiations because I am not an unreasonable person. As you guys have seen.
Of course.
If need be, then I can even sit side by side with you guys if you prefer that, to make sure that I'm not up into any funny business.
That actually sounds the most agreeable to me.
Zashu kind of rubs his chin.
Well, I have made it rather loudly known that I wanted to make amends with you, Drow.
Oh, he was waiting for you to say that too. Hold on just a moment. I have music for him, and I didn't start it because I'm the big dumb.
You are big dumb.
Oh no! What have you got a hold of?
I'm excited.
God damn you! Not
loud.
That loud.
Not that quiet either.
I don't hear
it's not
anything
playing right now.
There we
it's
go.
not playing right now.
Yeah, I know. That's
There
the
we go.
joke.
All right.
He takes a single step forward as his compatriot step forward in kind as well. Let me go ahead and get to the right. Boom, 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 and boom. He says, "You are very much correct. There is some unsettled business. You killed one of my men. I understand that he says, looking at the two next to him, very belligerent, and he had a grudge to burn with you individuals, mostly because you spited me in some regard, which is actually pretty accurate. I was upset with you for quite some time, but I did not want to be forceful with these things, and he overstepped his boundaries. That being said, killing him was perhaps a step too far. You could have simply beat him and gotten him arrested, and then I could have taken care of his punishment. And that would have been very preferable than the loss of life."
Nogu nods. I do remember the belligerence. His compatriots attempted to reason him out of it from the looks of it. I didn't understand fully at the time.
Correct, and they've informed me as much. They even told me they abandoned him, and they received proper punishment for abandoning him into his own devices instead of just dragging him away. They say, looking away from Gerlaxel. Well, no need to be coy about who you are talking to.
Yep. Honestly, I'd give them commendation for trying to be as diplomatic as you are here.
He gives a nod.
Despite being one man, he was rather formidable, and in the circumstances of being ambushed in an alley, we were reactive. He actually put
Zashu tries to remember.
two of us down before.
Feltix was fallen. Yep.
That makes perfect sense. Most of my men are highly trained and are damn good shots.
Oh yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah.
on the wall even. Just looks at Felpix.
This new Lantinese technology, these pistols, they are not things to be trifled with lightly. I believe you are familiar with that as well, he says, looking at the pistol on your side.
It's been rather handy in taking care of monsters.
So it seems. I will allow you to keep the pistol as a souvenir. You say that's okay?
Right. And what do you want in...
I want proper recompense for the pistol and for the killed man. And I'm willing to hear what you have to offer in exchange.
Zashu looks to Click to see how he's reacting to this, because Zashu's probably about to mention the painting, but let's see.
Yep.
Click frowns.
Oh, well, if no one else is speaking up.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, I think this is what you've been waiting for, Zashu.
Well, we have a rather valuable painting that you might be interested in. It's an Arlenian.
His eyes flare. Arlenian? I knew him. Fine fellow. I helped free him from his servitude. Does he do well? I have not heard from him in 50 years.
Never met him myself, and as far as I know, he's missing. Though maybe he's just retired. But
No
who
regrets.
knows?
Insight on Gerlaxa when you say that.
Alright.
Even with advantage, he rolled a fucking...
Can I also insight?
Yeah,
because I'm
even with advantage,
a lot of
Gerlaxa
this
rolled. Even with advantage, he rolled a 10 because he rolled poorly. He actually seems upset about you not knowing where Arlenian is either.
Oh, I was going to look into it myself. I've recently come into information that I might be able to follow up on. So if I do find out more, if you're responsible for freeing him in the first place, I'll let you know.
That would be very much appreciated. Every person deserves a chance at freedom, and every person deserves a chance at a better life. I wish Lyra would simply see that with her own eyes, instead of being obstinate.
That is a mindset that I can agree with, and we've held to with our tavern, actually. If you have visited at some point.
Never been. Well, consider visiting afterwards, or perhaps sending an associate of mine to come and visit. I think Zord has been there.
He has. Next time he's around, I might try giving another new variety of my drink.
If that's the case, then I will probably send Zord to pick up the painting. Assuming it's authentic, then I shall consider things square between us.
It's been verified by an expert in the matter.
I guarantee you there is no greater expert on if a work is an Arlenian piece or not than either myself or one of my most trusted associates. After all, we are familiar in dealing with Arlenian pieces.
No problem. I think you deserve the right to re-verify once you've seen it.
He gives a nod. He says, "Alright, then I guess we just sit here and play the waiting game until your allies arrive. And should things go south and they choose to attack me, keep in mind I will hold this against you quite poorly."
Of course. I will try to intervene as quickly as possible if they seem hostile.
I'll yell at them really loud.
That also works.
Alright. With that,
That reminds me, how long have y'all been standing here?
Oh, we've been waiting for about an hour.
Okay. That makes me feel better.
Oh, go ahead and roll me the insight.
Thank you. I was trying not to interrupt.
He seems pretty square.
Okay.
Alright, so with that, Jalaxel is going to slowly walk his way over to this corner here, as his 2 drow are going to follow him.
2 or 3.
3.
Right, okay.
And
Math.
as he goes to about right here, he's going to tuck his hat a little bit, as his appearance just ever so slightly changes.
Ever so slightly.
Ever so slightly. He appears, he's still a drow, but not nearly as much the elegance or flamboyance of his current dress.
I want to Arcana that, but I think I already know what it is.
Yeah, you can Arcana.
Same.
Yep. Same.
There's no point for me in Arcana.
Not great.
I think
but
I'm
let's-
very familiar with what that is.
Can I?
Okay.
Do I try Arcanaing it too?
Yeah, sure. Anyone can Arcana this.
Okay.
Well,
Hell
hey.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. It makes sense that Nogu knows what it is. That is a hat of disguise.
I don't give a shit about this magic tomfoolery.
So, just do something on impulse here. Now that Zashi knows what that is, just gonna. So I know how it works, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna pat Nolgu on the head to check if he has a hat, just real quick.
Yeah, Nogu. You just feel a thick lizard claw on your head.
Blake looks jealous that a different kobold is getting head pats.
I'll come
It's
here,
okay,
Click.
it's not
And
dragon.
Master, you gotta
Zashi-
treat your husband better.
Zasha will give it Click head pats too.
Wagtail.
Are we petting the smaller lizards, brother? Pet, pet,
brother,
pet.
we are petting smaller lizards.
Come on, Chance. Let's get away from the.
Let's say Chance pets Feltix on the head in confusion.
Stop it!
Feltix, as you go into that corner, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this because they no longer have a reason to hide.
Basically following him because I was pet.
Oh!
And now he pets you on the head too.
As you walk to that corner, suddenly from the ceiling drops down this drow here. And he's like,
Holy shit!
sup.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
we come from the ceiling too.
Well, we didn't end up having to kill you, so that's pretty good. He says, putting away his pistol.
I enjoy not getting killed.
I enjoy diplomacy.
Jalaxel, now disguised, as he says, let me think of a nice, good, disguisey voice for him.
German.
No!
Joe.
I'm not going to...
Skipping around Europe.
Yeah, no one will expect that I am the French now that I have this Bavarian accent.
And Cybot is completely triggered.
Minus... and next time you play with someone, minus 3 RP. You know what? I'm gonna be lazy. Just use my voice. Fuck it.
The best disguise.
Yes.
The narrator.
Yes, the narrator.
Technically,
Jarl Axel was narrating Waterdeep all along.
Shut up. Alright,
You're probably wondering how I got here.
oh my fucking god! That would just be the best. Alright, so, Jalaxo says, oh, by the way, this is our secret that I'm here, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
You can simply call me, what's a good fake name? Go with Dritzt. That's a stupid enough name.
Can I do history check?
Is she okay?
I was about to ask the same.
Yeah, no, you can roll a history check.
Okay.
I'm gonna fucking roll that too.
Rage screaming inside of dragon poop.
She didn't know.
This is great. This is great. No one's passing this history check.
I
Sounds
even have a chance.
Maybe.
Just do it, bro. Just do it, bro.
I'm right next
You have a
to
chance if you roll
Nope.
a 19.
Oh my god, Feltic's got it. Dritz. Dritz is a heroic drow who escaped from the Underdark. He's a hero.
Wait, I know that guy.
Yeah, liberated an entire colony of drow and started up his own city of good drow.
Yeah, but wasn't he a little edgelord?
Absolutely was an edgelord. Partially why I'm using the name. Might as well be disrespectful to someone who I don't really have too much respect for. After all, he abandoned a lot more drow than he saved.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, well, just, I wouldn't let him find out about it.
Drolaxel. Ah, yes. Let me fear the mighty Dritz. Let him come to my stronghold in Luxon and be oh so intimidating.
I
The
feel
name
like
doesn't
someone
inspire fear.
I feel
It
like
really
someone like
doesn't.
that would have more important things to do.
Yes.
If you change the letter in Dritz, it sounds like a kobold's name.
I was about to say that.
What was that? Oh.
But I politely disagree.
I don't know. I've met some kobolds with some interesting. I met a kobold named Splat once. That was an interesting scenario.
Hello,
Are you
my name is
sure
Clint.
he wasn't just an apprentice to somebody? That was a cute nickname.
Well, all I can say is Splat lived up to his name.
I'm pretty certain he was just an apprentice.
Likely. So, we're probably stuck here for a little while we wait. How's your day been?
It's had its ups and downs.
I saw there was paint splattered all over the room above.
There used to be some pretty dark-looking paintings on the walls, but then they came out.
Ah, I see.
Doctor kind of gestures that is Click still covered in purple paint, or did we clean that? I can't
I
remember.
think we did press.
He's been covered in acid at this point. He's probably good.
Okay, well,
Yeah, Novi did prestidigitation.
right. Okay, then
Many
Doctor wouldn't just.
times.
Oh, actually, didn't the paint some of the paint disappear?
Oh, yes.
Some.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know which parts, but yeah. We didn't let Zoblovin come and steal Click.
Yeah.
Danger.
Sounds like you've had an interesting day. I already know you had that rough morning with the Castellinters trying the business that they tried.
You really think you would think that people that were trying to attack someone wouldn't shop in the immediate area and tell people that they're gonna do it?
Well, as far as I saw, they didn't tell that they were going to do it. They simply just bought from... what's the name of that shop nearby your tavern? It's Bookworm's Treasure.
Mhm. I still can't believe it's just like buy this thing you're about to use to attack someone right next to them. That takes.
I have
The worst.
strong feelings that if Rashal... I think that's the... He turns to one of the drow as they give him a nod. There we go, this is correct. Rashal, if he had known that it was going to be used to attack, he probably would not have sold it to them.
Probably. Still.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah.
So, I guess I should ask, do you have any questions for me? I do know a lot about each one of you, mind you, but how much I do or don't know is my own business.
What's your favorite food?
I like spaghetti.
Insight? That sounds too simple.
Immediately hate him.
Yeah. Also, insight. It's like, is that a Luskin?
Doesn't like spaghetti.
Unfortunately, that insight actually passed. He's not telling the truth.
Something tells me it's not spaghetti. It's probably something better.
What do you mean? Spaghetti
Cave-
is everybody's favorite.
Cave Fisher eggs marinated in squid ink.
Oh, I should
no,
try.
actually, perks up.
Gross.
I've had squid ink on stuff before.
Yeah, squidding spaghetti is actually quite good. That's actually one of the few ways I actually like my spaghetti served. As a matter of fact, if you give me a base of squidding spaghetti with cavefisher eggs inside of it with a nice old Luskin wine, that's actually quite pleasant.
Wait,
Can't
can
really
I?
have
Do I
it
have to?
here.
Do I have to nature what a cave fisher is?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Alright, going to. Wait, did it come up? There we go.
Yeah, I sure did. You know what a cave fisher is? Cave fishers are ambush predators that live in dark underground passages. They live on top of ceilings and use little tendrils to pull people up and eat them. That being said, apparently quite tasty.
From what I can tell, they're basically cave lobsters.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, I know what they are. I should try that sometime, but I don't think they live anywhere in Cholt.
You should come visit Luskin. We serve them quite abundantly. They are, I wouldn't say overabundant in population. We actually keep the population under control. We have farms for them even. But, yes. It can be quite expensive, though.
At this point, I believe I've been recommended to come visit Luskin 3 times. It's sounding more and more wonderful every time.
I
Depends
think
on
it's
where
more
you
of
go.
an everybody loves their hometown sort of thing.
Yes, I'd be remiss to say that Luskin is not always the safest place or the best place, but I would recommend a visit, and if you keep to certain areas and stay within certain houses, it's still quite safe. Keep in mind, I'm still straightening the place out, and in maybe 20, 30 years, it will be almost as good as Waterdeep.
I'm sure in its own way it's better.
He's gonna insight you to see if you're lying.
I mean, I'm not, but go ahead.
That puts a smile on his face.
Not as restrictive.
Right, any other questions outside of my favorite foods?
Have you heard of the War Kraken?
He scowls. Ugh.
That's generally the reaction.
Hold on just a second while I open my notes. Yeah.
Have you heard of the War Kraken? And all I can think of is, have you heard of the High Elves?
I would not ask.
Oh God! Bracken,
Isn't that just asking to be like slapped across the face?
Yes.
Pretty much. Bracken
Okay.
Bracken Digathalion is a tyrant, a scoundrel, and should he ever land on the shores of Luskin, I would have him killed on the spot. He's one of the people who gives Drow the bad reputation that we have to suffer from. He's also a deranged lunatic. During the time that I knew him when his base of operations was still in Luskin, he was performing horrible, deranged experiments on the Drow. While this pleases, he pauses. You see, he's about to say something, an L forming in his mouth, and he stops. The Dark One.
Can you do like history or religion to figure out which one it was?
Okay, I'll try religion.
I guess I'll also do religion, given it's a god.
Yeah, and
Okay.
Nope.
Then I would like to.
fucking Chance always passes the fucking religion check. The fuck is up with this?
She's a holy cat.
Yeah, Ranut and Chance. He was about to say lol, but he didn't finish that statement. Ranut specifically, you know there is bad tidings for Drow mentioning Lolth if they are not one of her faithful.
I looked at Chance. I immediately put a finger to my mouth. I know what he's talking about. Don't say it.
Nods.
So he's a bad egg.
Correct. That being said, I know that nowadays his loyalty lies to what is that? It's one of the demons of the abyss. It's escaping me at the moment. It starts with a B. I know that Minotaurs worship him. Baphomet! He's a loyal servant of Baphomet nowadays. Probably much to the Dark One's chagrins, but... And it'd probably be that Baphomet Bracken probably found himself more in line with what Baphomet seeks to achieve than the Dark One.
Which lines up with the combat theme that he goes for these days, I guess.
Likely so. The Dark One is not fond of combat. She prefers guile and treachery and deception, though she is not unfavored by sadism and sacrificing of her own people. Thusly why I'm trying to move Luskin away from her.
Insight, but also nod. I kind of believe him, but just gotta check.
Yes.
Reading people. I still believe him.
Yeah.
Definitely believe him.
You do believe it. And you believe that he's having some pretty good success in this, from the way he speaks of it.
It's also good.
Right, I suppose, any more questions? I'll allow you one more.
One, but it's not really business related.
Sure.
I was just wondering if you could tell me anything about Arlinian.
Arlinian, that depends. What do you already know about him? If him is appropriate.
Well, I know he was,
Crap, out of character, I think someone mentioned the name Warforged, right? I know someone
Yes.
rolled
Nogu
for it,
did.
but I don't remember.
Nogu mentioned Warforged.
Okay, I couldn't remember if it was said out loud.
Within an hour ago, actually.
No, of course, but in a couple weeks.
well, I know he's, Warforged, and that he's... Well, you already know a bit about me, so you probably know... as far as I know, he's like me in the sense that he has certain powers.
So far, everything you say is correct.
And that he's a old champion of the arena, and he does paintings, and
I would never say he stopped being a champion, as far as I'm concerned. We embellish the fact that he's never lost a arena battle, but I do know of his track record, and outside of arena, I've known him to lose battles. But we grow from our losses, do we not?
we do.
Nogu nods.
Right, so what more can I tell you of Arlinian? He was originally built by Bracken the Gathalion for the purposes of bringing joy to the Dark One. Mostly in helping us wage war against other species. One day, he broke free from... How do I put this? He gained a sense of sentience he had not had before after killing a creature. I cannot remember what it was. And sought himself for a grander purpose, to choose things for himself. Bracken didn't exactly think that this was okay with himself, and so Arlinian sought freedom. And as it so happened, I was at the time bemused with this thought and helped him out. Arlinian then went on to travel around many places inside of Faerun, marking himself as a champion and somewhat of a hero, though not a well-known one. I think somewhere around the time he got bored with the whole adventuring thing and decided to kind of settle down, focus on his arena career, and took up the hobby of painting. As it turned out, hell of a good painter.
Well, thank you for this information. That's more than I had a few minutes ago.
Perhaps. It's not too much of a problem for me. Anything else you would like to know about Arlinian? I may have specific details that I'm simply glossing over because lack of care, or rather just maybe I don't think it's as important, but might be important to you.
I was just gonna take a minute to think about that. Well, I looked through my notes because I feel like I should have a question, but I don't have it on the top of my head. I got a good one.
So you didn't know he was missing, but do you know what he was doing last you met with him?
He actually thinks about that for a moment. I believe that the last letter I received from him, he told me he was thinking about going on an adventure again. Said he had grown tired from sitting down for too long and was going to go out and explore the world a bit to find more inspiration for his paintings.
Alright.
Didn't hear from him after that, though. And the implications of that do not bode too well. And mentioning the War Kraken, now I fear that Gathalion could have gotten hold of him again.
Nogu slightly nods. I was considering that myself, given what we heard about the War Kraken over the last couple weeks. And hearing that he's connected to it raises some implications.
Indeed. The War Kraken itself is a bit of a pain in my side. It's a major slaver vessel on top of everything, on top of being a gigantic fighting arena. Really, it's more of a floating island than it is a ship, now that I think about it, realistically.
If it's a ship, it can sink.
He smiles at that. He's like, "You've tried to sink an island before, I see."
Well,
Not lately.
Hey, nothing's impossible, right?
Maybe. I still don't know how he moves around the War Kraken. Such a massive vessel surely requires a lot of power to move. But that's semantics.
so
Semantics.
just take the wind out of its sails, and then at least it won't be able to move.
Right. And a non-moving vessel is really is just as doomed as a sunken vessel when you think about it. After all, if it can't stop to shore to get supplies, then it's reliant on, well, other means.
And then you can blockade it.
Right? If that's all your questions and such, then I believe that I will take a short little rest up against this little wall here. He says as he scooches down and sits. As the other drow look slightly offended, but go ahead.
Zasha will say one thing, just kind of like stepping forward to lean against this wall here.
So hypothetically, if the wind were to be taken out of its sails, would you be interested in supplying that blockade?
That seems like an arrangement that can be made, assuming that we get something good out of this as well. I want Bracken to Gathalion gone, mind you, but investing a heavy amount of resources into doing so would still be detrimental to other areas of which I'm trying to put my focus. Unless, of course, I can get assurance from someone such as Lyrel Silverhand that it would be beneficial for us to do so.
Nogu's rubbing his chin.
Well, if Arlenian is there, we'll get him back safely.
Dralaxel continues to kind of relax at the wall as the other drow look to be slightly concerned, and they're not going to talk in Elvish. They're actually speaking in Undercommon. Does anyone speak that?
Nope.
Don't believe so.
Probably not, but no.
Nope.
They seem to be like just muttering and saying things at him as he just, with the kind of a loud, silent, short, almost like it seems like he says one word, they cease talking. You guys wait for about an additional 10 minutes before you guys hear the sound of running coming from the direction of the entrance of the vault.
Oh, better intercept that Nogu.
Yep. Nogu approaches the door.
All
Wow!
The running does not seem to stop. As in the distance, you see a couple of torches lit. You can see there is Vajra, there is Maloon, there is Rizel, as well as Reneri Neverember, and several other and several guard members. As they stop when they meet you. As Vajra says, I was told that you were in trouble, and that you had found the dragons. So I came as quickly as I could and brought help. Maloon giving a nod, as well as Renere saying, "Hey, been a while."
Sure has. One of those two things is true. We're not in trouble, but we have found dragons. With a little bit of help.
They peer inside as they see all the drow. As Rizel, stepping forward very quickly, says, "There was another drow with them earlier. Where has he gone?"
Nogu counts heads briefly. Well, I haven't seen any others, but I'm sure that if there was anything going on, I don't think it's come to a head.
Fine. I was worried, and I went to go get help. I saw them intercept your paper bird, and figured it probably was best to me to go and make sure whatever message you were going to get delivered than trying to foolishly try to take them down myself.
Nods to Rosaline, gives her a thumbs up and said, "We're working on diplomacy here. All of us."
See. Very well then. She steps back as Vajra steps forward. Alright, so you have the dragons, I see, and you received assistance? She says, raising an eyebrow, looking out at the drow. As, of course, the Sky's Drillaxel steps forward, he's like, name is Dritz. And yes, we assisted them in finding and securing the vault, as well as retrieving the dragons. They're down below. He says, looking to you guys. Correct?
Nodding.
The Guardian says he prefers to relinquish it to someone who is in official capacity over the city. But also, I think it would be a good idea if Neverembar went, as he is personally acquainted with his father. Might make it easier to have that transition go.
Renair, perking up a little bit. Should I go talk to the Guardian quickly then?
Yes, his name is Clanghammer.
Ah, a dwarf. Interesting.
He's very radiant.
I'll go and have a quick word with him. You guys can mingle? He says awkwardly as he...
Nogu does a brief message to Rainier.
Mm-hmm.
Use the middle entrance, say secret door open.
Alright. He actually sees the rope dangling down and he's like, oh cool, rope climbing! And shimmies his way up.
Should someone go with this guy? He almost died before.
Zasha will nudge Nulgu.
Is spellcasting really a good idea right now?
You're fair. That's fair.
Should someone go with him and help?
Chances definitely,
Like
looking after, I think I'm going to make sure he's okay.
Renair's already climbed his way up the rope and is,
I mean, but does he have a climbing speed like Chance?
No. He's at the top of the bridge, but, not much farther than that.
Okay, so he's gonna follow
Alright, and we'll do that scene really quickly then, and then we'll go back to you guys here waiting for Rhaenyra to return.
You said
So,
here.
yeah. So, Rhaenyra and Chance make their way back down into the vault, where Clanghammer is waiting for them. Clanghammer immediately recognizes Rhaenyra and is like, "Oh my goodness, you've grown so much, boy! Do I know you? I met you once when you were a wee little lad, barely up to mission." Yeah, human memories don't work like that. That's why you're so strange, enigmatic creatures. I see that you brought down a sufficient official. Why don't you guys do me a solid? I will bring up this gold for ya. Word on me dwarven honor. I'll bring up every single dragon to ya. I'll leave it at the entrance for you guys. And Rhaenyra, I have a portable hole on me, actually. A portable hole? Yes, it allows me to transport large amounts of goods over a certain amount of time. I had a feeling that I'd probably need this, and I borrowed it from Vajra, so that way we can transport the dragons to someplace safe until it can get returned to Lyrel Silverhand. Ah! You got a brain on you, do you do? That means that I...
Cool.
I guess you say with them. Sorry, I know.
That means that I can't keep me a word then, so he pulls out the 100 gold and hands it back to Chance. Make sure this gets returned back to its rightful owner.
Yes, I will make sure Click has it.
Click, I thought his name was Clack.
Single tear falls down Click's face.
I blame the
He
echo of the
doesn't know-
chamber.
That's probably a
doesn't know
different
why.
kobold.
It's probably a different kobold. It's fine.
Alrighty. So, Rhaenyra kind of just drops the portable hole underneath the dragons as they just kind of as the three of you just kind of work to shovel it all into the portable hole. Doesn't take too long because, well,
Chance.
between Chance, Rhaenyra, and Clanghammer, it gets done fairly quickly as Rhaenyra gives a nod. He's like, "Alright, I think that'll do it then. What's your name? Mr. Dwarf? Never got your name. Sorry about that. It's Clanghammer. Don't worry about it." He looks at him. He's like, "It's a very nice staff you have there, by the way." Forget about it. Forget about it. It's the whole thing. How are you going to get out of here? I have my ways.
Yeah, he's
Alright.
pretty comfortable here. I think he's okay. Like winks at him awkwardly.
Alright, roll me a persuasion, Chance.
Oh boy. That is what I expected.
Yep, that's exactly what I expected as well. Right, Mr. Clanghammer, why don't you come with us then? I wouldn't want to leave you down here in this dank, musty dungeon. Give me a moment to collect me goods and I'll be fine. He says with a heavy sigh.
Chance snaps her finger. Oh, you mentioned you might want to meet Vajra again. She's actually here as well.
Yeah, no, meeting Valdra actually sounds like a pretty good deal. He says as he goes to his small corner of jewels, totally not his food,
Totally not snacks.
and comes up with you and Rhaenyra. Meanwhile, back at the entrance, you guys are just kind of sitting around waiting as Vajra, walking over to Zashu, not Nogu, is going to say, "Who are the drow? Who are these drow? Nogu says they're friends, but I've never seen them with you before. I've seen Ryzel with you guys, but these ones are new."
You can consider them rivals before, but we made up.
Rivals before, but you've made up. Interesting. The name Dritz doesn't check out either. I know of a Dritz, and he's definitely not this person.
Zashu shrugs.
Veldic said Drizzt is some hero. I guess the guy's parents named him after him.
I guess that would make reasonable sense. Vajra just said, she's like, was it too much trouble getting to the dragons?
Well, there were a few fights between here and there, but seemed we did okay. There was a door we haven't opened on the.
He points up at the bridges above them.
So there might be danger in there still. We haven't checked.
Right. This place emanates old dwarven architecture. It's quite wonderful, actually. I probably should send some scholars down here to study this. Of course, Decult November was keeping this a secret from us. Some fine dwarven architecture. I'm pretty sure that the Groundskeeper clan is going to be losing their crap when we tell them about this place.
You think it might be their ancestors or something?
Could be their ancestors, or at least a distant relative. You never know with dwarves. Not to be insensitive or anything. It's simply that's the nature of them.
Yeah, we haven't really found much out about the history here. None of us actually speak Dwarvish.
I actually do speak Dwarvish, but I also don't want to travel too much around this dungeon.
Highly recommended. It was full of traps.
Oh god, Renee November ran ahead. He has chance with him. He'll be fine.
Yeah, going up the rope bypasses a great deal of them.
Gives a nod.
We triggered most of them.
It's at this point that Renee comes sliding down the rope. He's like, oh.
Yes, that's not recommended.
Did basically the same thing to make sure he didn't fall, but...
Yep. And of course, you see Renee, Chance, and surprisingly, Clanghammer with them as well. When your drow friend sees the staff, his eyes light up.
Oh no.
He's like, oh, the dragon staff. That's an interesting thing you have there. Aye, an interesting thing that's mine.
It's very pretty.
I like it.
Vajra says, alright, so let's just get all of this settled. Where are the dragons? Renee, remember that portable hole you gave me? He says, lifting it out, shaking it. Ah, I see. Very smart. Very smart. Well then. I suppose then, with all this, your work here is done. I will let Lyrell know that everything has gone accordingly as planned. Is there anything else we should let her know while we're at it?
That despite initial difficulties, the Drow did assist us at the very end of the mission, by keeping us safe during some of the, and he kicks one of the pieces of armor, more annoying parts of the journey.
They also, in a way, helped us, let us here.
She gives
Considered
him
a collaborative effort despite some rough patches.
Agreed.
I'm sad to say that she probably won't think too much of that. When she says that, of course, Jolax will disguise frowns. But I will keep that in mind going forward. Perhaps, and I do mean just perhaps, maybe Jolaxel isn't as much of an asshole as Lyrell says he is. But I have not met him in person, so I can't really say so. Alright, she claps her hands. She's like, let's go ahead and get out of here, boys. We've got what we need. Lyra will probably want to thank you guys in person at some point, so perhaps keep your bar empty tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. You know where to find us.
Right. Let's see. About how much revenue do you guys make in a day at your tavern?
Just glances at Click. Sounds like...
Like 50?
50 on a good day.
Well, when the nice lady bought the whole tavern, she gave us 500.
So
if you want to go...
Split the difference?
I'm going to go ahead and give you 20 gold.
That's fair.
And she hands it to Nogu.
Puts it in the coin purse.
And says, And of course, you will receive whatever Lyrel deems necessary, or she deems as your proper recompense tomorrow. I'll send a message in the morning on whatever time she decides she's going to come. And of course, Vajra giving a bow to you guys is Maloon. Oh, we're bowing. We're bowing. Easy bows too.
Sorry. It's just so awkward. I love it.
And she says, "Thank you for your services to the city. You've gone above and beyond what we expect of the average citizen, and you didn't have to do this for Waterdeep, but the fact that you did shows that you care for the city. Perhaps more than some members of the Lord Alliance even care."
Seeing this, Zashu will have like a kind of a faint grin, and he'll point with his thumb over at the drow.
Well, if you're gonna bow to us, you gotta bow to them too. They helped.
Vajra gets a bit of a frumpy look on her face, but then does the same. And of course, we appreciate your assistance as well. As, this guy's relaxer says, of course, just as we want Luskin to prosper, we want Waterdeep to also prosper as well. No city should suffer under its leadership.
And everyone deserves a second chance, right?
Absolutely.
High chance.
Ha 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 ha! I forgot that joke! Okay.
Why?
And with
It's so easy.
I know it's so easy. With that, Vajra, Maloon, the guards, and Renair take their leave as Clanghammer, slowly making his way out as well, says, "I suppose I'll be off somewhere myself until I can find another place to go and sleep." As the disguised relaxer says, "Right, I think I'll escort these fine individuals back to at least halfway back to their tavern."
Nogu nods. Be sure to drop by sometime. We're open to everyone.
Clanghammer, of course, says, "I'll try to stop by sometime. I promised I would, so that means I will."
Zashu's gonna just throw out there.
Well, we've got a spare room if you need somewhere to sleep for a few nights before you find somewhere.
That's true.
Spare room.
It's very roomy.
Or my room. I have a fireplace and a box. I'm good in the box.
This room that you speak of, would it be fitting for an individual like me?
Yes, that's why I brought it up. It's very spacious.
Would I not be bothered in the room?
We will endeavor not to.
Very few people even know it's there.
You know what? Sounds like a plan. I'll be staying in that room for a wee bit. He says as you guys all make your way back to the tavern, and I'm gonna go ahead and stop the tense music. Diplomacy. An actual option with Dralaxel, which is a different thing than any other boss you would have had to fight.
He doesn't seem like the type you want to fuck with either, okay?
Oh, geez, you don't say.
Not when he literally has at least 5 lackeys, and from what we heard, 6.
At the very least, I wanted to rather encourage them to get et by a dragon.
Yeah, that was my plan.
For all we know, the 6th may in fact be in the place, but stealing some valuables that he's gonna regret.
I
You never know.
They got stuck at the painting.
We destroyed it though.
Yeah,
You destroyed the
Oh, that's right. That would have been great though.
All right.
Can we have a quick break? I gotta go.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We've been playing for about an hour and 30 minutes, so we can take a break. I'll go and do some stuff myself. I'm just gonna move you guys back to here.
Okay, thanks. I'll be right back.
Yeah, the room's large enough for Arnax.
Yep. These guys are dead, so let me remove that.
Which room's large enough for Aranax?
no
secret
room, no room you have is large enough for RNS except for the secret room.
Which I
Oh
thought
yeah, the
was what
secret
was-
room is big,
I think
and has a
that
mahogany
was-
desk.
The spare room he could squeeze into, but that would not make him happy.
Yeah, the secret room.
The secret
This
room
is as
would
big as
actually
the den,
make
right?
It would make sense for him,
Yeah.
honestly.
Well, like I said, we're taking a quick break. I'll be right back. I need to use the bathroom anyway, so it actually makes sense. Where is the intermission music? There it is.
Wee.
I return.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
Is it dragon time?
I don't know.
Trick question. It's always dragon time. It's also someone throws their headset across the room time.
Oh,
Or whatever that sound was.
what was your headset?
No?
Oh,
I think it was Kaze.
maybe.
Maybe.
Guess it was Kaze. I wonder which Be Right Back background he used.
It is a good question.
We can
Oh.
ask so that we can be disappointed when we find out that it was none.
I mean, it was unexpected, I guess. I just really had to get up.
So did he.
And I have suddenly had cats arrive at the house.
Chance, no.
Chance, no.
Just punch.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I have oranges.
Oh, good. I need this for my drink.
Are they good?
Yeah. Pretty good.
That's good.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Everybody back yet or not?
I'm here.
Everybody except Sam.
I wasn't here to begin with. It's fine.
Chance was never here.
Willing to give her a second chance.
Uh,
And if that fails, the third time's a charm.
Note to self: kill Chance.
And
Oh.
entire family.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
Notes that Corpsewind writes.
I mean, I guess that's one way to obtain. course, he would piss off a lot of other dragons in the process.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Boop.
Taping.
Someone asked me a question, and I'm just making sure they are certain.
Are you sure?
You sure?
Are you?
That is what he
sure?
said.
God have mercy. It's so hideous. It's so fucking hideous.
What, cats?
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe this is why they didn't give Tabaxi any lore for so long. They didn't want to have to acknowledge that that image exists.
Smeagol.
Better in second edition. You see that leopard one?
I like the...
The one hanging from the cliff?
Let me check that out.
No, the leopard-looking one. If you search for first edition,
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, that one's not bad
Yeah,
at
that's-
all.
that's the second edition one.
That's much better. Put 2E Tabaxi, and you guys will get what you're
Yeah.
looking for.
That's what I was typing.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Damn, AC 6? That's really good.
It's better, but I still like the
It's
one
like-
hanging off a cliff. That's way better.
Hide. I think it's hide armor by itself or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember armor classes off the top of my head anymore.
That's not bad for, like, you know, it not actually having any armor.
Mm-hmm.
Tabaxi used to be much more powerful. Fuck. Alright. Let's go ahead and... Oh, this is going to be a clusterfuck because you have people at your tavern at the moment.
Do?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my.
yeah, sorry, Zashu had to ask though.
Teller of Tales. No, that's Tall Tales theme. Go with...
Oh god, she's still there? She's not still there, is she?
Who?
Sunsong?
No.
Okay, she's still...
No, it's a clusterfuck because currently you have Olcoria and Rashal.
Oh, right, they said they were coming.
Yep,
I was just thinking about that.
they're doing research there.
Okay.
Alright,
I was just checking, because Sunsong's still
So,
sitting in my room.
it's late into the night. About halfway off, the drow break off from you and seem to just vanish, as they seem to be very apt at making themselves go away. As Aranox says, "Well, well, I guess they want to make themselves scarce then, didn't they?
Kind of flighty.
Didn't like the way that Plunderer was eyeing my staff, though."
Well, they said they'll send someone tomorrow to talk, so I guess we'll wait till tomorrow.
I might slip away in the middle of the night and return back to that vault. That place is quite comfy, no offense meant.
That's fair.
Plus, there's a nice little hole that I can crawl my way out of in there that I wasn't going to tell you about, but that's more of a dragon-only entrance if you catch my drift.
Mm-hmm. That explains the draft that we felt, though.
But speaking of, I think he knows exactly what that staff means.
Also, Yue, just answer my question, yes or no.
If you're gonna ask, if the DM asks, "Are you sure?" then the answer is no.
That's not true at all. However, are you sure?
I want to do it. I want to spend quality time with my dragon.
All right. So also about roughly halfway off, Click attempts to break off from the group as well. I'm saying attempts because I'm giving everyone a chance to say something.
Where are you going?
I gotta go I gotta go look at Zelopharn's PO box.
Uh,
Oh, well,
Should we really be splitting up right now?
Why not?
We got attacked by devils last night.
Yeah, but we know who did it, and then we told the good guy, or we told our guys they did it.
Wasn't it on the way out of character? Wasn't it like we went windmill, PO box, or we went like shopping,
Yeah, I
PO
think we
box,
did.
windmill?
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't he?
He's already checked the PO box today.
Right. But I'm thinking like, how much of a detour would it be to just stop there on the way?
Probably not too bad. Though you'd actually find yourself going the same way as the Drow, and you would of course be confusing Arnox by doing so.
Yeah.
We are bringing over a guest. We should probably head straight back. And you already checked today, Click.
That's true.
Well, maybe one of us can go with you. Just to
I'll
make sure.
I'll go. I can bring him back. You can ride on my back on the way back, Click. Will that do?
Insight.
Yeah, now it's an insight. Click, you get to roll a deception.
I'm pretty sure I'm not beating that.
You could technically. I mean,
I know.
you could.
I could roll a nat 20. You're right. It would be a waste of a nat 20 though.
I mean, try.
Yeah.
You must roll.
Close but no.
It's a
yeah,
it's a waste of a
Click has major ulterior motives for this.
Click.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Gonna go talk to my dragon.
Can't it wait? Or you could invite him over.
It's time sensitive, so maybe not.
Well, maybe we should let him go then if he's got a time-sensitive appointment.
All right.
oh, right. Chance hands Click 100 dragons that she had received from Arnox.
What?
I didn't end up bringing up all them dragons because he had a portable hole, so I gave her back the money, and I didn't think that I'd be coming up out of the vault. However, René was there, and he ended up being persuasive. He was being a little bit of a stinker, so I had to come back up.
Nobles are stinkers.
Like in
general.
Alright, they're probably gonna send someone to go and investigate those dwarven ruins, so I probably can't go back. Ah!
Yeah, and if somebody's investigating the ruins, then I need to go talk to Zelopharn.
He seems confused with that. Why? Is there something valuable in
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, yes.
Nogu's face settles. Click.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta let things go.
And sometimes if you want to impress your Dragon Master, you gotta add to his hoard.
Looks at the 100 gold that he was just giving back.
There's a lot more than 100 dragons in there.
Squints.
Looks to the others.
Zashu shrugs, and will click on the shoulder.
I'm muted.
Sorry.
You can say what you're going to say. I just had a short comment.
Okay. Zashu was gonna just click on the shoulder, and I'm gonna subtle spell, enhanced ability, dexterity to give him advantage on stealth checks.
Good luck, Click.
Yeah.
I'm kind of missing what's going on here.
Don't worry about it. He leaves.
But I'm the one escorting you. What's going on?
Come on, brother. Let him be alone with his dragon.
He really wants to talk about the stuff he saw.
Okay. So I don't need to go with him.
No.
Should be alright.
Right. Okay, you're going then. Man, I don't have any lizards to follow him today.
I miss Hermes. I'm gonna bring it back.
Okay. Alright, so all of you except for Click are returning to the tavern, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And I've got enhanced ability, dexterity on Click. So hopefully he'll use that.
Yeah. Sneaky.
Okie dokie. So Click, you are making your way over to Zelafarn, correct?
Yeah. And avoiding Drow.
Okay, how are you avoiding the drow?
By not sticking to the main roads and making sure I don't see them. Or making sure if I see them that I avoid them.
Okay. Let me go and take you to a map.
I like maps.
I apologize, everybody. This is going to be a single thing for Click.
Mm-hmm.
Whee!
Gave him stealth and he didn't use it.
That's what I was trying to. I was trying to imply stealth.
Yes.
No, you said if you see them, that's your eyes, not your sneaking.
Alright, ignore everyone else on this map really quickly. I'm just going to...
There's the alleyway again!
Everyone else is not in this corner. And put that here. Delete that. And let me draw a quick alleyway. Or see if I can... I'll see if I can Google up a alleyway really quickly.
We have that one alleyway we keep using.
Do you mean that sewer that we keep using?
When there's like it was the alley.
It's the alleyway that leads to the sewer, the same damn sewer. You know.
Oh, that one. I had to erase that one for another map we had used. So,
Oops.
I don't have that one anymore. But I'm going to see if I can just Google one up quickly. Yep, there we go. It's a premium asset. Of course it is.
On the bright side, if my concentration breaks earlier, we know Click's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. You guys are being observed by people. So,
Duh.
We all know there's people after us. We have assassins and everything.
We even said we were attacked last night.
Yep. And we already know nothing's actually stopping the Castellanters from sending more.
This is his choice.
Yep. I mean,
He was asked,
like-
"Are you sure?" And he
Yep.
said yes.
both in and out of character. So.
Yes.
And then there's also, well, he's been stubborn today. Keep being stubborn then.
Yeah, I figured he was going back for the loot.
yeah, no, he is, but he's trying to get Zelafarn to go and move the loot with him.
Makes sense.
I just need to find something in the Waterdeep module. There we go. This page here, and...
Wait. Conjure animal is a ritual, right?
Yeah, it's a ritual.
Can I do that anyway at some point when we make it back to the first thing, conjure animal, and send it after Click just to be safe?
It won't find him in time. I will say that.
Yeah, the ritual's like 10 minutes.
I know, but probably still do it. He doesn't think it's like just
Find Click's body, I'm assuming.
to find him at the very least. Try to make sure he made it. Get to the docks or wherever whatever path he was taking, right?
Yes. Okay, so...
Bring him back.
But obviously, if there's any discussion that immediately happens when we arrive at the tavern, that gets delayed. So, I'm pretty sure I don't have that. I don't have it prepped. Let me just double check.
Okay, and
Yeah, I don't.
Let's see, where is that? That's not what I'm looking for. There we go. I need 3 of these. And that was a gasp. What are you gasping over?
I just found out that the lady who voiced Muriel passed away.
Aw, that's sad.
Oh, I was going to mention that later.
That is quite sad. Then I need jeez. This is a problem with all these named people, is that I need one person in particular, and let me see if I find. Please have a token for this person. Don't do this to me again. You guys can't be, please don't do this.
They did this.
Happened.
I'm so tired of them not having tokens for characters.
It doesn't even have one with like just his name. Or her name.
Well, I guess I just have to use something else. I got something to replace it, I think. Yeah, that should work. Okay. I'm gonna bring you guys to the map, and because I'm going to explain what is happening, change the music to something a little less jovial.
That's a nice map.
Yep, that's the first thing that came up on a Google search, so was able to make do. Zoom out a little bit. And let me stop this music. Alright, I have music prepared. Alright. So now we can do this. So, click. As you are on your way to the as you're on your way to the docks where you know that Zelfarn lives, in order to try and you know you're doing your best. You're taking some back alley routes and such and trying to get there. Eventually, you find yourself in a back alley, kind of a darker back alley when you have these people are not in the right spots. This is what happens when you just drag and drop things. Boop, boop, and boop, boop. On either side of the alleyway, you have people stepping around to Pincer. They are dressed in some familiar-looking armor of individuals you thought you hadn't that you thought you had seen the last of for quite some time. Armor with flying snakes on them.
I haven't seen y'all in a while.
They give a nod as this individual right here says, "Right, we were waiting for one of you to separate yourself out from the other ones, and looks like the opportunity's presented itself. We have a bit of a grudge to burn, but you know what? We'll cut you a deal. You tell us where the Stone of Galore is, and and where the dragons are being hidden, and we'll let you go."
What if you don't like the answer to one of those questions?
We'll move forward from that point based on what you say.
Does that involve me being beaten and bloody on the ground?
We don't skip ahead to the good part now, do we?
Last I checked, the Stone of Glory is in Vajra Safar's office.
And the dragons. Perhaps you can appease us with that at the very least.
I can tell you where the dragons are stored.
Where are the dragons?
There's a mill outside of the town. I don't remember what it was called. I think they just called it Old Mill. Very stupid. And they're inside there.
Fuck. I was hoping he rolled high on his insight so he'd know that you're telling the truth. He did not. The exact opposite happened.
Technically, they're not there anymore, so if that's a low
He was technically
thing, then he would think I'm telling the truth because that was a lie.
I understood your intent on that one, buddy. You're not weaseling it out.
Damn.
Okay. They let out a sigh. Alright. Well, at this point, it's about sending a message then. You mess with the Zents, you get beat. And combat.
That doesn't even rhyme.
Alright, you mess with a Zent, you get put in splints.
No.
No. You mess with the Zents. Your knees are your back's gonna get bent. I fucking don't know.
Alright.
Yeah, I would have put dent in there somewhere.
Let's go with...
Your arm's gonna get dent. Armor's
Your
dent.
face is...
Your face is dent. Nose is dent.
Nose is bent?
Nope, not that
I think we can workshop this one.
I had one of these picked out. I was trying to find the one that has the drums. Oh, now it's not playing any of the music. I love this.
Oh,
I mean, I heard it.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah, I hear it now.
Alright.
That refresh issue again.
Yeah, it's definitely that issue, but you know, I'm not going to bother with it right now. Alright. Roll for initiative.
Okay. If initiative is based on dex, does that mean I have advantage on
Yes,
initiative?
yes you do.
Yes, actually, yeah.
Alright, so you have a 14 for your initiative. You should click. Don't forget to click on your token
Oh,
next time.
I always do that. This is the one time I haven't. I'm really good about it.
It's okay. I understand. Speed. Alright. I was really hoping no one would split themselves off from the rest of the party today. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my fucking god. No, that's a nat 20! Oh, fuck.
Alright.
Well,
No, watch him solo it. Don't worry.
Well, don't forget, Sashi, what I said. Marrying dead people is allowed in some other cities.
yeah.
Not necromancy, but
And... oh my god.
necromarriage? Question mark?
A lot's gonna happen. Well, at the very least, let me roll something else for you that hopefully will go in your favor. Guards don't hear it. Fuck! Alright, let me order the initiative. Alright, so this guy goes first. As he pulls out his blade and steps forward. Five, 10, 15, 20 with relative ease, and then he makes 3 attacks. Ugh. That's Rapier. Dagger. Dagger. Oh, no, it's 2 rapiers, not a dagger. That's fine. That still works out the same. Alright. Alright, so only 1 attack hits. As he rushes forward with his rapier and his dagger, putting his rapier through your chest for 9 damage. However, you are swift about yourself the second time he attempts to strike you with the rapier, parrying the blow with your shield, as he then pulls forth a dagger and attempts to do the same, this time not being able to pierce through your thick kobold hide. Next is... Oh boy, yeah, no, I'm having a loading issue here. It's not even loading their tokens. I will refresh the page really quickly.
All right.
This guy.
There we go. Alright, yeah. Next is that guy right there, who is going to 5, 10, 15, 20 here. And... two attacks, both with advantage. Alright, that's a miss. And...
Tactics is cheating.
And an 18 is a hit for bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
As he steps forward, pulling out a mace, as he just thwack, thwack, once hitting against your thick kobold hide. Once again, as you just shrug the blow off, you may have sterner stuff than that. And then a second mace blow comes in, cracking you on a very soft spot of your back for bludgeoning damage. Click, it is now your turn.
Cool. I disengage.
Alrighty.
And then running would take my action, so I can't do that. So I can just only.
You already did an action, which was disengaging.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So all I can do is move 40.
Well, 40 is still 10 more than most people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, that doesn't look good. So we're gonna do 40 here. So that's that square. Oh, one more.
Alright. Yeah, I think that's correct. Yeah, absolutely correct. Alright, and that is Click's turn.
And I scream real loud.
Alright, that's a free action. Let me just roll this time with advantage. 3 and a... There we go. Guards finally here, and they will respond in... Why? 4 rounds.
We'll arrive in 20 turns.
4 rounds.
At least it wasn't like
Okay.
that other time.
Yeah. Alright, so this thug right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Runs around to block your way. And then he makes 2 attacks. I'm tired of going to those fucking... Let's see, they have a +4 to hit. 2 attacks. Okay. I didn't touch anything. You can look at them. It's the blue and green one.
Ouch. Oh, blue and green. What the fuck?
Tell them what it is.
A 19 and a 20.
So both of those are hits.
Uh-huh.
I'm so glad we have an on-site witness for this kind of bullshit. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's those die-hard dice.
So that's 1d6 plus 2 for the first hit.
It's
What?
great.
Hey! 3 damage! And then the next hit is 2d6.
Also ones.
For 4 damage.
The gods favor Click.
Ha.
Okay, so that's 3 and 4 damage to Click. Next is this one right here's turn. He's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then let me take out my tool here to measure this. He is in range for that, so he's going to take out his heavy crossbow. which I believe has the same 2 hit. Oh no, it's actually less. How about that? That's good.
You can still roll good.
And that is correct, Moon. Oh. Blue one.
That wasn't even the band ones. The red one's the band one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying not to use the red one because I know it rolls well.
That's a 20, guys. That's a nat 20.
No, watch him roll double ones for damage again. Don't worry,
Yeah, no,
guys.
yeah, that's all I need to do is just roll double ones again.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Look, that's a 10.
Yeah, that double one.
Alright, that's 14 damage to Click's back as this guy pulls out his heavy crossbow, seeing him fling, and shoots out a blow straight to the back.
That's a down kobold.
Alright, that ends the thug's turn.
Do they have that trait?
Yeah, that he makes that decision.
No.
I'm sorry, man.
That's fine.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Three attacks with advantage.
Yeah. Watch them all miss.
I hope so.
You don't gotta be sorry for me.
I think you're retarded. I think this is the worse
Yeah.
character suicide than the one Sarah did.
I agree.
Okay, that's 1 hit. That's 1 death saving throw failed.
Uh-huh.
That's 2 hits. That's another
Yep.
death saving fail. And that's 3.
Cool. Bye, Click.
Click is dead.
Bye, Click.
And
Your name was Click.
concentration on my spell ends.
Yep. So Zashu, back at the tavern, you know that something is wrong.
Would we even made it to the tavern at that point? It's like that was like
Yeah, it's a
one
good
round.
question.
Yeah. You know what? We'll say you didn't even make it back to the tavern. Before you guys are within even 5 minutes of the tavern, you feel something is wrong. Your spell has just suddenly ended.
Well, someone either dispelled Click or he's gotten himself into a very bad situation. So let's go find him.
Can you click the Revivify spell for me?
Yeah, it's probably not going to get there in a minute. But there it is.
No. Yeah, you definitely won't get there in a minute. Okay. Let's try and play this out on the other end really quickly. So we
I
try.
can't even carry you for that fast, can I?
No. Fuck. These fuckers have been waiting for this for forever too. Click. What material goods do you have on your body?
Damn, I shouldn't have given him that gold back. Bad joke is bad, I know.
They don't have a
Literally
lot.
too soon.
Well, I mean, we knew he had at least that.
The good news is that they don't get a lot of looting done on your body, so they only get to take 2 items. And I'm going to go ahead and say one of the items is all your money.
The flame wheel, a hand axe, some silver hand axes, a javelin. 100 gold, 3 copper, 1 silver.
Okay. So they're taking all of your money. They're just taking your entire coin purse.
2 potions of healing, a crowbar, his clothes, thieves' tools, a dice set.
All right. Let's see what they take. They take the silver hand axe.
Okay.
They did not manage to recognize that the flame wheel was a +1 weapon, so that's good. The guards do arrive and do find your body. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to everyone else who's realized that something is wrong. What are you guys doing when you guys realize that something has gone wrong with Click?
Rush to the PO box, I guess. That's
Looking
where
at
it's headed.
Klanghammer, our friend may be in trouble. We need to go check.
All right. Do you want me to come with you, or do you want me to just go ahead and go into the old tavern?
If you don't mind coming with, otherwise I can give directions really quickly.
Zasha's already gone.
Roll me persuasion.
While Nogu's having that conversation, Zasha's already left.
I've also gone
That's 20.
Boga mode. I think I'm faster on Boga. You can actually ride my Boga form.
You successfully persuaded him.
Oh,
He's gonna help.
So hang on. You're fast. You're going. So hang on quickly. Rennett's going into the Boga form.
Yes.
I wonder if I could. I guess I could use the haste scroll now. That might be a good idea.
Oh god! Oh my god! That's hurt so bad.
Oh shit.
I mean,
What?
I think I think it makes sense to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could the haste get them there fast enough?
No.
Oh fuck.
It won't get him there fast enough, but it makes sense
It
in
makes-
character that he's in that much of a rush.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
So you'd probably get on the Boga form on top of Ranut then, and then cast it on Ranut to make him go fast.
Okay. I'm trying. Let me just quickly open up Boga's speed real quick. Pretty sure it's like 60 and plus 10 because mobile. Boga. There you are. I'm pretty sure this is my fastest form.
All right.
Yeah, 60 feet. And it's 70 with mobile. So yeah.
Celtics, are you coming with them?
Of course, they're gonna need a tracker if they can't find him.
Yep, that's exactly the reason why. All right. So, you guys moving as fast as you can. Chance using her super cat speed. Ranut going full Boga. Zashu using the haste scroll on himself.
Or no, Zasha's using it on Ranut because he's got the fastest speed.
Okay, yeah. So then you guys are just all trying to ride on the Boga back?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I just want... just to compensate for that, I just want you all to roll me a...
Well, Chance probably doesn't have.
Yeah, Chance doesn't have to. We'll go ahead and excuse that. But as for the rest of you, I just say roll me a... just roll me a Constitution. Simply because it's uncomfortable. It's gonna be
checkers.
bumpy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those two? No.
Yeah, just con from everybody who's riding Ranut.
All right.
All right. So far. Ooh.
Well,
Uh,
do I have
Nogu,
to
you will take. Don't worry, it won't be a lot. But it's just like it's a bumpy ride, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take 2 bludgeoning damage from
no.
just boom, 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 boom. As Ranut, you transform into Boga as Arnex. Oh, he's a druid. Clearly misreading the situation of what's going on right now. As Zashu whips out the scroll, and Ranut, you feel hit with speed that you have never before felt. It's like you've had a double shot of extra dark, extra strong espresso. Eyes dilate to the size of dinner plates. And the world slows down, and you...
Bro, my eyes are already slits. Let's go.
As you whoosh right off, as Chance is just like, oh.
Yeah, I would say realistically, I
Ice.
would burn at least 1 key point using Step of the Wind.
Okay,
To keep
whereas
Slash up.
Arnex is following behind at a steady pace.
For a moment,
I
knew the case of plates.
who is guiding Ranut to the city?
It sounded like Feltix said he was doing tracking.
All right, Feltix, investigation.
I was gonna say,
Investigation.
Be better.
Let's see. Button. Go. Yay.
Very good. Then just from the rest of you, as you're following this, I need perception checks.
I'm looking for guards.
Yep. Zashu's too worried.
He's got
Chance is
tunnel
too
vision.
focused. Same thing with Ranu.
Tunnel vision.
Yep. Nogu, you're the only one who sees it. Feltix, as you're sitting here carefully guiding the boga forward, you managed to catch up on a trail. Catch up on a trail, mostly through seeing a bunch of guards rushing in a direction. Which, Nogu, you see there's a small crowd of guard and you hear a whistle blowing, and you recognize the whistle because you've heard this whistle before. It is the whistle that is blown when they have discovered a body.
Just thinks back how long it's been.
Yep. As you guys get into the area where Feltix has led you to, you see, just slightly in the distance, you see Click with a couple of guards surrounding him. A pool of blood slightly underneath him. And, he is not moving.
Yeah, so Zashu will get off the Bolga. Damn it! What? And he'll go over to the corpse, pushing himself past anyone who tries to stop him.
The guards will attempt to stop you, and I'm just going to say, just roll me in athletics to push them out of the way. It's not a hard one.
Alright.
Yeah. The guards do try to stop you, but you push them out of the way as they are unable to stop you. As you go over to Click's body.
Since Zashu doesn't know how long it's been, the first thing he would try is Revivify.
Alrighty. That 300 GP of diamond dust consumed.
Technically, no.
No, it doesn't consume it if the spell doesn't work. Yeah.
But also, he's a zealot, so even if it worked, it wouldn't.
Oh, also true. So
Yeah.
you attempt to cast the Revivify on Click as his body remains cold and motionless. You notice, looking at him, that someone has gone through his belongings as well. You see the flame wheel is still there, but his gold, as well as the silver hand axe he had, have been stolen from him.
Okay. Let's see here. I'm just trying to get something right on my sheet. So it's not consumed because either way, because it's zealot, but I guess it would eat the spell slot, so I'll just take that off.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. So Zashu would be aware he's cast the spell, but it didn't work. What the hell? Why did he's like look confused about the diamond because he did research the spell before, and he'll probably just get up. When did this happen? Was there a sound?
We heard the guards. First off, we need you to step away from the body. We're still investigating it, sir. I'm sorry. I really am. But this is serious. There's been a murder.
Yeah.
Zashu, roll me a perception check.
Okay. Perception check. Oh,
It's a pass. It's a pass. You've seen it so many times. Scrawled on the wall in Click's blood, you see the emblem of a flying snake.
I'll walk away and let the guards do their thing, but he's like looking around anxiously to see if he can see any attackers and stuff like that.
Right. One of the guards comes. A female guard, clearly higher up, says, "Sir, do you looks at all of you. Do you guys know this kobold?"
He's my business partner.
Oh. What can you tell us about him?
He was on his way to the docks to send a letter.
Damn. We heard some commotion going on in the back alley. We heard a scream, but by the time we had arrived, the assailants had already fled the scene. Luckily, it doesn't appear they made off with too much of his stuff, but it looks at the symbol on the wall. It looks like this was attacked by a gang that we are very familiar with at this point. Is there anything you want us to do with the body?
Leave it to us. I'll take him to... There's a Temple of Timora here, right?
Yes, there is. We can have the body prepared for you if you prefer that.
We'll take care of it.
Alright, we just need to fill out a report here to get everything all settled. As they say, filling out reports, Arnex finally arrives. Ugh, hard to move with these old stubby lips. Oh. Arnex looks at the scene and sees it happen. Oh. Turns to Nogu. Can I get the directions to that tavern?
Yeah. Here. He writes it down on a piece of paper, hands it over, just rests against the wall.
Puts a hand on Nogu's shoulder. I'll leave you guys to this. This is personal for of you guys. As he heads back towards the tavern and leaves you guys to discuss this amongst yourselves. The guards are still, on the scene taking notes and stuff, but you guys are allowed access to the body, as you do know Click. And they recognize that you have invested interest in this, so what are you guys doing? I can go down the line. Feltix, what are you doing?
Just kind of being there at the moment, basically.
All right. Chance, what are you doing?
Kind of looking on. Who would be closest to me? Maybe Nogu, since he was also talking to Arnex, who I would have been kind of not too far from, I guess. Nogu, do you think Vajra would be able to help bring him back?
She mentioned something about revivals at one point. Plus, she helped with the balloon, right? We should probably get in contact with her.
Yeah. Maybe she can help us. Help Click.
He punches the wall.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Ranut.
Still in Bogo forms, like, are we running anywhere next? I mean, no one can understand me, but
Feltix can.
Feltix can always understand you.
Yeah.
Feltix, do you have a track on the assailants? We can still chase them down. I'm still super fast.
That's an excellent idea. Let me have a look around.
All right. An investigation check.
Investigation! Oh.
I don't mean to interrupt anyone, but there is one thing I just want to get out of the way that Zashu probably would do quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So while he's like, probably assumably he's been let through to the guards to see the corpse and stuff. He would take the Harper pin from Click just in case.
Sleight of hand. Sleight of hand that.
Yeah, just so they don't go like, oh, it's Harper, dead Harper. Okay. Okay. Come on, good roll. It's okay.
Hand versus
Decent roll.
perception. Yeah, no, they don't see it.
All right.
Well done. As for your investigation check, Beltix, using some trace signs you were able to find from some muddy mixed with sand footprints and such, you are able to discern that these guys have been hiding out somewhere along the shoreline.
Oh, well, that won't go well for them.
Do we inform Zelopharn?
Of course we do.
Now?
It would be quickest. Before Click Scent leaves his items.
Tell the rest of the party. Either we go ahead or we're all going now. I'm ready.
Yep. And I'll pop on over to Nogu and everybody else and let them know what I just found.
Would you like to let the guards know what you found?
I'm slightly considering sicking a dragon on a bunch of guys at the moment, so probably not.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Nolga considers rubbing his chin. We should still try to get. I was thinking about. Chance suggested getting in contact with Vadra. She might be able to help with that.
Then we split up. Sorry, I don't understand. You don't understand me. You just hear like the bogey go.
Way to do that.
Well, shall me and Renute go inform Zelafar?
Nugo walks over to Zashu and nudges him. Could let his friend at the docks know about this. Chance and I were thinking about talking to Vadra. See what
You
helps.
go do that. I'll go with them to Zeltharn.
Agreed. She can move quickly. He looks at Chance. Chance, let's get there as quickly as we possibly can without anyone interrupting us.
I nod. So safe to assume I'm gonna, like, I guess let him piggyback.
Yep.
Yes. I will go ahead and say this. The guards are going to let you know that they're going to take Click's body to a storing area. They usually keep the body, they let you know that they keep the bodies there for about a week before they're buried. So, you do have a week.
Okay.
And realistically, yeah, I mean, if we mention that to Vadra, she would obviously know that that's the norm for in general.
She knows how the city procedure works.
Yeah.
All right.
Would it be safe to say I burn a key point? I'm not.
We will actually start with Nogu and Chance, and then we'll move to the other group. Sound good?
Yep.
All right.
I just noticed how big that chair is.
Yeah, I know. It's because I had to blow up the size of the alleyway.
It was a really wide alley. It's 40 feet wide.
And there's a symbol in the stone near Click.
Giant alley.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move us to the Two Tails Tavern for the time being to represent.
Split up into groups.
Yeah, split up with the group.
Okay.
All right. Nogu and Chance moving as fast as Chance's legs will take her, burning pretty much all her key points.
Ooh.
You guys make it to the outside of Blackstaff Towers. When you get there, the guards look less than helpful as they're like, "Sorry, Blackstaff Towers is closed for the day. Unless you have incredibly urgent business, you'll have to wait till tomorrow."
We have just helped the city recover lost funds. We need to speak with Vadra. We spoke to her earlier today. It is a matter of utmost urgency, and you know us.
Persuasion. Yeah. Normally this would be an autofail, but because of what you said, it's a persuasion. Yes. Yes.
He is emphatic as hell.
We'll go talk with Vajra. Perhaps she'll be willing to meet you out here.
That's fine.
All right.
Chance is just collapsed on the ground.
Yeah, breathing heavy. Surprisingly, it doesn't even take more than 5 minutes before Vajra teleports to where you are. With a cloud of smoke. As she looks around, what's the emergency? What happened?
Click's dead.
She straightens up a bit. Oh. Fuck.
That's not an emergency at all. It's just a kobold.
She's not
Shut up, you're dead.
That's not Click voice.
Right,
She's the grumpy one, not the racist one.
I suppose then... What happened?
As far as we can tell, Click went off to go to the docks to visit his friend there. You know about that. And apparently, given the sign that was written on the wall with his blood, it was the Zentherin.
I thought we chased most of them out of the city, but it doesn't surprise me that there were still a few hanging around.
the guards currently have his body. I figured.
Yes, they have it in cold storage. They'll have it for a week.
I figured.
I will see what I can do. I actually will say this: you need to roll me your persuasion. As shitty as that is to say, you need to roll me persuasion.
I was gonna say, can I?
That's
can
20.
I give him
That's a 20.
I was gonna say, can I give him
Advantage? Yeah, she's giving you... Chance is giving you advantage.
Alright.
Give the sad cat eyes.
That's the same 20.
Shit.
Vajra.
Her charisma is awful, so.
It's hard for me to say this, but we may not be able to bring Click back. After that raid on the Xanathar's base, we had a lot of dead individuals who we had to revive, and there's a diamond shortage currently in the city. Many of the priests are on vacation as well. They believe they've earned it after reviving so many people.
Does the diamond... I think Zashu had one?
I'm just looking at the actual cost for the, the true revival spell.
Yeah. I think it's 1,000 or...
I don't think so.
No, you use
it's true resurrection.
Oh god, that one's if you've been dead for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not the one I'm looking for. I'm probably looking for resurrection, the 7th level one. A diamond worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Doesn't revive work? There's revivify, then there's like revive, then there's...
I'm sorry, I'm going down the list. As you might have expected, I didn't expect anybody to die today.
Yeah.
Oh. We didn't either.
I'll help you look here.
Yeah, I'm looking under the cleric spells because that's where it should be. Ray's dead. No, that's the necromancy. Yeah, it is. There we go. 500 GP diamond. Provided it has not been dead for longer than 10 days.
Yeah, that's the...
I think Zashu had a diamond.
It's called Raise Dead.
Ah.
It's a 5th level cleric spell. Alright. What I'm going to tell you guys is that for tonight, get some rest. I'll contact some clerics in the morning. And in the morning, we'll all go... In fact, she... snaps her fingers as a note. It takes about a minute, but a notebook appears in her hand. As you can tell, this is one of her own personal notes. As she writes it, very gently tears out the page. This is my own personal note. This will get you into almost anywhere in the city. Do not abuse it. It will disappear after you have used it. No guard will stop you when you try to get Click revived.
Nobu nods, pocketing it.
I'm very sorry that this happened.
So am I.
Is there anything that I can do for you right now, though? Perhaps would you like to come in and have some tea while you calm your nerves?
We were going to go to the tavern to celebrate.
She pats both of you on the head. She's like, nah, she's gonna take it one step first. She gives both of you a hug. She's like, I'm very sorry.
Yeah, Chance happily. Happily is not the right word, but she accepts it fully.
When you guys return back to the tavern, try to enjoy yourselves the best you can. You did very good for the city today. All of you. That includes Click. And you'll have him back tomorrow. I promise. You will have to front the cost. But that's it.
That's fine by me.
Thank you.
It's the least I can do for everything you all done for the city. She says this with another poof. She teleports back away. And you guys solemnly make your way back to the Two Tails Tavern.
Do we need to be stealthy here, or give Chance a
Fuck
run?
me. Yeah.
Chance can walk, but Nogu, if anyone approaches them, is going to be glaring. Like, do not even try.
I need to roll the D100.
I don't like that.
It's only you guys are less than half the group, so that's the reason why. No, you guys are safe. This time you guys are safe. Alright. The other half of the group, though, you guys are headed out. You guys arrive at the docks after, moving at breakneck speed. Are you guys heading straight to Zelfarn, or are you guys going to go and try and find these individuals?
Zalafarn, he's the one who could find him.
Alright. Ronan, are you going to change forms, or are you going to stay in the? Are you going to stay in the form?
I'm assuming because haste lasts how long?
An hour.
1 yeah.
Or 1 minute. Sorry, no, it's 1 minute. I think I mixed up. I was mixing up with my other spell. 1 minute for haste, I think.
Yep. And so haste
Okay.
is worn off. You already had your moment where you just went super slow mode, but then you back up to speed.
Okay. I'll probably form back so I can form into combat form just in case we have to fight things. Because, I mean, we'll make it there on Boga, but then once we arrive at the docks, then I'll transform back.
Okay, so Ronut transforms back as you guys arrive at the docks. And keep in mind, it is still very late at night, so there aren't any fishermen out here, just mostly some shady individuals who try to stay out of your way when they see you. You guys gonna head straight out? You guys gonna swim out to sea, or you guys gonna try to see if you can find a boat at this time of day?
I can. You know what? Fuck it. I got swim form. I'll go. And then I will transform into. I guess crocodile is most appropriate, but let me double check my list. Wait. Moon form. CR1 swim.
We could also have said that, and I will allow this given the situation. Nogu, would you have given them the porcelain? God damn it! Why am I forgetting?
Yes. Speaking of items, I was actually just writing about this. Nogu has a sending stone, and I think Click had the other one.
He
Or-
he did.
Quick has the other one.
Yeah, he had the other one.
So he would have suggested taking that when they went to keep in contact.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, we'll say Zashu has that sending stone.
Okay.
Nogu, you gave them. You let them borrow.
Let them borrow the wondrous objects and reminded them of the catchphrase.
Let's see. The wondrous object is called the porcelain.
Cuttlefish.
Yeah, the porcelain cuttlefish.
And the catchphrase is, "You got to be squidding me."
Oh my god! He was. Sorry.
I was wondering when someone was gonna finally use this thing.
He was musing about it earlier
Yep.
today.
All right, so you guys can take the porcelain cuttlefish instead of having Ronit swim out by himself, unless you are okay with him swimming out by himself.
Zashu
Probably
will
go
go
with
as well. Yeah.
All right, so which one of you is gonna throw out the porcelain cuttlefish?
Zasha's too sad for puns right now. Her jokes are silly phrases.
I got it because I'm the cold. I'm the cold one in this relationship. You've got to be squidding me.
All right, and you throw the porcelain cuttlefish out, as you say, as it transforms into into a large and long boat with like little squid tentacles behind it and a little shell at the front of it. All right, and you guys step onto the porcelain cuttlefish as it goes forward. I have to take off my headphones to do this. As it goes forward, the tentacles spinning kind of like a makeshift rose, and it just goes as it propels forward.
What a day to have this!
I'm amused.
Well,
So am I.
It was also fun to watch. I made sure to watch him do it.
I had to take off my headphones to do that.
boss.
Otherwise, they'd be
mask
on the floor.
Yes.
Anyway,
So it propels itself forward. As you arrive at the telltale spot where Zelfarn is, where you see a slight little peeking of a underwater structure. And it is cold, but you can dive down.
Zashu just checks the water since last time he jumped in water this cold. He's not having a good time. Is it a comparable temperature to the time we all almost drowned?
It's colder.
Okay. Zashu will stay in
But
the
it's
boat.
not storm.
okay, now I guess I'll go into
Yes.
swim form. All right,
Do you still have your heat rock in that?
I do have my heat rock.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's like he's a crocodile, so I kind of give him the break of like, yeah, you're a fucking animal who's used to this kind of shit.
Okay.
Yeah. So, actually, I will not be a crocodile. I'm gonna be. Time for those wicked mutant animals. Gonna be a giant octopus.
Alright, so a monstrosity of lizard and octopus just dives into the water. As you dive down, find Zelfar inside of his old shipwreckage, asleep, quite peacefully.
Oh yeah, now that I'm underwater, I can speak, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Zelfard! Zelfard! Wake up!
One eye opens slowly.
Zelfard, we need your help.
I don't need any snacks right now.
No, Zelfard, this is... I have bad news.
Both eyes open. Looks up, sees the porcelain cuttlefish. Ooh, shiny. Swims his way quickly to the surface.
Latches onto him so I catch up.
And explodes to the surface with Zelfar on you as you get thrown back onto the boat.
Well, I technically, as a giant octopus, I can hold my breath for an hour above water. So I'm going to stay in this form for a while.
Alright. Make the most out of it. Zelfar. Oh. It's Zashu.
So one
And
thing he would
Celtics.
probably, one thing he might notice pretty quickly with Zashu is he's more quiet. Like he's always been kind of stoic, but he's more quiet than normal. And he's been like his face is probably a little wet, but he's like trying to. He's like a mix between anger and sad because he's holding on to the anger to not break down, basically.
That's strange. Normally when you guys come out here, Click would be with you. Where's Click?
Well, that's our problem.
No, did he get a
been,
tummy ache? Does he need me to come and sit by his bedside till he feels better? I can do that for him.
He's been murdered.
Dead.
They stole one of his axes and his money. We presume you can smell him.
Your mortal jokes aren't very funny. There's no way Click isn't dead.
Wait, just... Oh, wait, hold on. That message from Nolgu, is that actually, like, been sent to us?
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
we'll say by now you
Yes,
revised back.
Okay, so... Look, we're just trying to catch the perpetrators. We can bring Click back. The fact that he's been killed is not a joke. And the perpetrators are on this beach. We need to find them and punish them.
I don't know
That's
why,
what he
but
deserves.
I tried to cast a spell that I thought would bring him back, but it didn't consume the components. I'm not sure why.
I would say this. I would need you all to roll me wisdom saving throws.
Oh boy, fear.
Oh boy, here we go.
Dragon fear. Wisdom saving throw. I suck at these.
Yeah, even favored by the gods won't help me there.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Gilly dragon.
Gary Dragon.
Ranu, you managed to steal yourself, but Zashu and Feltix, you cower as... Well, you reasonably see what a true frightening and angry dragon looks like as he explodes from the water, flapping his wings, as he just takes off in a direction towards the shore.
I'm sure
Follow
they
the-
can smell he can
I need someone to roll. I need you all to roll me dexterity saving throws.
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna get swamped.
Time to go in the water.
I mean, it's
Don't
fine.
worry, I'll
Not
catch you if any of you fail.
Yep. Don't worry, it'll only be like 1 level of exhaustion. Yep. So.
Wait, I can swim. Does it matter?
Yeah, our Newt's fine at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Just like right
Well,
back.
lizard folk do have swim speeds too, but it is very cold, so I'm sure that's going to affect Zashu quite a bit.
No,
Yeah,
he's an octopus.
No, it says
No.
Zashu.
Zashu.
Oh yeah. So,
Yep.
Don't worry, brother, I got you.
Just leave me in the water.
Yeah, Zashu, you take 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's just 1, because you were only
Yeah.
there for a little bit. As you guys hear an ear-piercing roar.
No spot for it on this sheet. I keep forgetting about that. I'll just put it in HP or something. There we go. I put it in my temp HP. There's no other spot for it.
So yes, Zelifarn very, 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 very mad right now.
So I guess
pursue
pull
the
everyone.
dragon.
Yeah, pull everyone back on boat. Time to get back. Time to follow up. Let's go.
Yeah.
I dip my head back into the water to like recatch my water breath. It's like I can only hold this for an hour. I can only hold this for an hour.
And you guys make your way back to shore.
And I immediately latch onto Zashu's back. I'm slow on land. You gotta carry me.
All
no
right.
idea what you just said.
He needs you to carry him.
Okay.
Oh yeah, right. I also speak.
Yeah. When you guys arrive back to shore, needless to say, Zelifarn may have gotten a little carried away.
See?
You see one building completely destroyed and obliterated in lightning. And you see another one that's also been smashed. And
Oh, so they
another
split
one.
up.
And another one.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Zashu's going to draw his sword just in case.
Alrighty.
I think he found their hiding places.
You see a bunch of frightened people hiding nearby as they gesture at you, just shaking their head. No. Wait for the guards. Wait for the guards. Wait for the guards. God damn it! There's a fucking dragon.
Yeah, we know him.
What has the dragon done?
He went ballistic. He landed on here screaming that he was looking for somebody. Sniffed the air, then ran towards a building. We saw some people running away and fried most of them with lightning.
Chasing down criminals.
He's still chasing one down. He's still somewhere nearby. It's dangerous, though. He gestures for you to come. Just come over here until it's safe.
We're gonna go make it safe. Don't worry.
You're gonna get yourself killed.
Zashu will sheathe his sword.
We don't need more corpses right now.
Just we're staying out of his way then.
Well,
I'm going.
oh hell, God. Okay, let's go.
We've got to calm him down.
We gotta try.
Alrighty. Investigation check with advantage.
Yeah, advantage.
Look for the strobe.
This should not take long to find it all.
Yeah, no, it's not even a problem at all. Just following the sounds and the trail of destruction left behind, you find Zelifarn where he's cornered somebody at the end of the dock, as they're screaming and shouting, covered in blood. You guys are just a little bit too far away to be able to hear what they're saying.
I'll run up to there. Xenophon, you've captured him. How heroic.
Zalfar's head slowly turns back to you. Make me that wisdom saving throw again.
Oh no. Don't scare me.
I'm just
That's
a
a
level
little
5
better,
gnome.
but
I don't
probably
even know
not
why I'm
enough.
here.
Yeah, no. Still just as terrifying as the look in his eyes beyond something beyond this level of fear that you're willing to withstand.
Can we try to?
You can
Or-
try to approach. You may try to approach him.
Let's see what happens. Nope.
Yep.
Hold on.
Stay in a
Zashi was still.
I guess I have to do it again.
Stay in dragon breath distance away from that.
Yep.
Me and Zashu will
All
give
right,
each other
Ranu,
hugs.
you are okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, you guys can't approach Zalfarn, but you're 30 feet away from him. As he
Hold
turns
on,
back to the guy on the shore, mostly ignoring you. Ranu, you did pass the saving throw.
Right. I'm going to form back. That's enough, Zalfarn. Please.
You hear
Click wouldn't.
you hear
Huh?
a growl back in response.
Click wouldn't want you to destroy anymore. You've gotten him. We're bringing him back. I want him alive, so we can get him. You've gotten the rest of them. You're scaring the people.
Roll me a persuasion check.
I can guidance myself, right?
Yes.
Okay, I probably fucking need these, but let's go.
I mean, it's a good time to pray
Wait,
when
wait.
you're approaching a dragon.
Wait, okay, no.
Mhm.
I have the inspiration from last session. I haven't used it. I'm gonna use it if I fail. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, and they're both with guidance, so let's just do it. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yeah, fucking need it.
It's time to use that inspiration.
Time to use that inspiration. Persuasion, right?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Roll a 2.
And
Plus guidance.
And then you have
And-
the
and-
before.
Yes!
come on.
Please.
Zalfarn lets out a bellowing roar, shooting lightning into the sky. Then with a snarl, whips around, grabbing the guy in his claws and throwing him at you guys. Before diving back into the water.
He's gonna need a minute.
Well, any fish that are right there are cooked.
Are you guys going to wait to see if Zalfarn resurfaces?
I will wait. I need to make sure he's not, going
The guy
berserk anymore.
The guy looks at you. Oh, thank you so much. Oh my!
Push him across the face.
Him.
Gets double punch. Boof.
Do we even know if this is one of them? He might just be frying random people.
It doesn't.
I check his
Does he-
pocket.
Yeah, he has a silver hand. He has Click's silver hand axe on him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, well, yes. He's lucky I'm not burying this in his skull.
I'm half tempted to start eating him alive.
Zashu moves his hand away from his pistol, which he started reaching for when he saw the axe.
Okay. I will try. To
Does
not-
any of you have rope? Mine broke.
Nope. I don't have rope. That's why
I
had to-
do.
Okay, good.
Oh, you guys are just gonna turn me in. Okay, that's fine. That is.
Oh no. I might just eat you. Right now I'm making sure the dragon calms down. You wait your turn.
Slowly from out of the water, rises Zalfarn, not transforming into his human form, still in dragon form.
I'll go confront it because I'm still not. I've resisted the fear.
And I'll busy myself tying this man up.
Zashu will help with the tying up. I gotta be right back, like 1 minute, but I'll be quick.
Hey, I
Dig
get
it.
it.
Okay. All right. You calm, Zalfarn?
There's a low grumble as bubbles rise from the water.
I know it's tough, losing somebody, and he was your first kobold.
My kobolds.
I know he is, and we're gonna bring him back. I've sent Nulgut to talk to Vadra Safar. He will be back. That's what he told me. I'm telling you that now. We promise he will come back to you. But you don't need to scare any more people. You are here to protect the city. Isn't that your job?
Lets out gouts of steam from his nostrils.
And you've done well. You've caught these criminals. You've caught the people who killed Click. But this is going too far. You need to focus your energy properly. What you've done is not bad, but excessive.
In the distance, you hear a ding, 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 ding. As you hear the sound of the guard coming.
Zelopharn.
Best of them. Zelopharn! We're gonna need you to confirm the ones that have Click's gold.
Zelopharn shifts his mouth around and spits something up. It's half of a person's torso with a gold pouch on it.
Thank you. We'll speak to the guards for you. If if you're not in the condition to make a statement. I understand if you aren't.
He simply dives down to the water and swims away.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Alright,
the guards have arrived.
The guards have arrived, but I've told Zelopharn, just go back, we'll make the statement for him.
Okay.
You also now have a
Wait.
torso?
Half a torso, and the capture
with,
Zent.
Yeah, half torso, the capture Zent. And you have the sack that had Click's gold in it.
Yes, which is clearly Click's.
Thank you for wording it that way.
The money is actually probably going to be dispersed amongst a few other dead bodies we find.
Mm-hmm.
Some rather baked motherfuckers.
The guards arrive as they're looking around. You see also there is some robed individuals there as well. As they're alright, where's the dragon gone to?
Back it down to its den.
The robed figure spits. Vadra said we could trust the dragon. Fuck all that was.
Oh, we can.
You can.
Captured he is taking care of some murderers.
He just destroyed 5 buildings in the dock ward.
They murdered his kobold. He was...
Believe it or not, that does not make it okay.
I understand it does not. We've given him... He's rightfully angry, though.
I'm gonna have to go with the guards for this one, actually. This is a little extreme.
Yes, and he does deserve some reprimandment, but it is a delicate situation. Please understand that. Do not doubt his good.
He'll be much calmer once Click is resurrected and he is able to calm himself.
Take a note. Says the robed individual. We're gonna have to ban that dragon from the city. As other guard nods his head. Have to agree. They're writing down notes and taking accounts. As they're sifting through the wreckage of the buildings at the moment.
Oh, sorry. What the fuck? Whoops.
What happened?
Oh.
Chop your mic.
Your mic went crazy.
Yep, my bad. Hello?
There we go.
Okay. They killed an ally to the city. Zelopharn the dragon did act according in retaliation. But there's no need to ban him. He has been an asset, protecting the dock.
The conditions of him being allowed inside the city were that he'd polymorph himself into human form whenever he came into town. That was one very clear condition. To not invoke terror, to not destroy anything in his huge dragon form, and that they let out a sigh. Just look at what's happened. 5 buildings destroyed.
That will probably
a guard runs back. It's 10 bodies, sir. 7 injured. Are they all? Make sure that they're okay. Investigate them. According to these individuals, they might be unsavory. Either way, we need them checked out. We owe them at least the obligation to make sure they're okay before we lock them up. Can't have them dying in prison.
But we do have at least one confirmed. The man tied up here. He still holds the silver axe of our friend who he murdered.
The guy who got tied up, eyes bulge. I promised you that I just bought some stolen goods. That's it. That's all.
Did he have?
I kind of believe him, but I want to insight it just to see.
Yeah.
I believe things like that could probably happen. But
Zashu was not sure. Actually, let me double check that. Okay, yeah. Zashu is not sure. Feltix, fucked up as it is to say, he's telling the truth.
Well, he still gets captured.
Likely
and
so.
investigated properly.
Zashu will, even though I failed, I'll bring up what I was going to say anyway, which was,
I don't know if he's telling the truth, but it's possible. With the dragon that angry, I don't think he would discriminate.
I'm inclined to agree.
This
still
is
gets leave with the gods.
let me go ahead and say that. This is exactly the reason why Igaron initially cast the dragon ward on top of the city. And we'll have to exercise more caution going forward about which dragons we do and do not give approval to enter the city. Clearly, Vajra made a mistake in judgment today.
Surely you could just take into consideration the circumstances.
We
Don't
are.
need to be so harsh.
He is young. We are taking into consideration the circumstances. However, we have 10 people dead, 7 injured, 5 destroyed buildings. The fact that we aren't hunting that dragon down to kill him is a considerable amount of forgiveness we are giving to him. Not just because it's a really hard task to go out and try and hunt a dragon in the middle of the night, in the middle of winter when it's underwater.
Brother, consider this. Dragons live a very long time. If this is allowed, who's to say 100 years from now he won't have hundreds of kobolds? If one dying is enough to cause the city terror like this, it's not okay.
Okay. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what Click would want, but...
Click's an idiot!
That is
Got
true.
himself dead doing this.
That is true, but Zelafarn is a friend. I figured he'd still want to try to stay, but his actions are a bit over the top, but...
If he wants to stay, he needs to show that with his actions. We can't make a case for him here. He's a dragon, and we're...
later when Vajra decides.
I just don't like how it sounds like Vajra made the mistake. That's how I don't like it being worded. That's it.
The guard, who of course is right there. I understand that you have some relationship with Vajra, and I've been told you've done great things for the city. In fact, I heard that you handled the situation with the Xanathar Guild very admirably. That being said, Vajra was the one who initially pushed that Zelafarn should be allowed into the city and that he could control himself. I think he's the 3rd dragon to ever get approval for such a thing. It's unfortunate that this is going to stain that reputation so poorly.
Yeah.
One of the armored guards pats you on the shoulder. If you want to give us some more details, you're welcome to do so. But if you have nothing else you want to add, you're okay to go home for the day, son.
I look to Ranut. I mean, Zashu.
I look at myself.
He looks at me, and I look at him.
Look over the edge in the water.
Yeah, I
look
think
to.
we've said everything.
All right.
Okay.
I believe
You
they
got-
have all the details.
Right. We'll go ahead and assess more of the damages. We're not even sure if we found all the bodies yet. Those are just the bodies that we could find.
I need something to occupy myself.
Sure.
Would you mind if I lend a hand?
The guard seems pained to say this. As he's like, as much as I would actually like to have your assistance in this, this is a matter that is the duty of the guards to resolve, not you. Though we may stop by your abode tomorrow morning to get further details and inform you how the ongoing case of this is going at the moment. That being said, if you need something to do to entertain yourself, perhaps reflect on a very good way to write up this report. Help us write this report for tomorrow. That would be very helpful.
I'll write down every detail I remember.
Appreciated. He actually gives you a salute. Have a good night, sirs.
Have a good night.
We all salute back. We saluting back.
I don't know how it works.
No, you know how the salute, like the hand is like parallel to your head. He does it like when it's flat headed, so
Yeah.
it's like a fucking palm facing him. He's like,
All right, and you guys arrive back at the Two Tails Tavern.
Also, I imagine when he said that the ones we could find, he's just looking at that spit up torso, like.
Yeah, he definitely got to look at that. Also, most of Click's stuff that they did loot, the money and the sword axe, are going to be taken as evidence.
Yep.
No getting
Makes
around
sense.
that.
Yeah.
Vajra is going to be very unhappy in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She might change.
We're unhappy now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
so
not sure
you
how
guys.
to process these if these are even feelings. I just know I want to eat them.
All right, yeah, it's like he saw Click's body. He's like, I made that promise. All right, you guys return back to the Two Tails Tavern. Chance, you have been helping Arnox get comfortable in his little space. It appears that Okoria and why am I forgetting his name?
Rashal.
have left.
There we go.
Have left for the time being. As Lily and Stee are not there either, and neither would Beatbacks be. However, there is somebody that is there, much to everybody's surprise. Rizel.
Oh, I guess if they were still in the room, like, so he couldn't go in there, like, were they in the room while he was there? Then I probably was, like, trying to get him food or something.
Yeah.
You know, like tea or whatever.
All right.
Make him comfortable.
Yeah, you guys are downstairs trying to get him acquainted with stuff. He's like, I smell lots of good smells coming from that kitchen back there. Mr. No-Good, do you know how to cook anything?
It's been a while, and usually our head chef takes care of it, but I can try.
He takes out one of his gems, bites it in half, takes a small little piece. He's like, is this enough?
It will certainly get my best effort, sir.
I consider it compensation for the lodgings and for anything that I end up having to eat. I promise I will keep my diet under control.
Okay, I seriously thought he was handing it to Nogu like, you're gonna cook this somehow.
I didn't even think of that.
And I was
Cook this
I was
jewel.
thinking it was like, add this rock salt.
I was like, what?
Fuck, that's brilliant. Actually, I will have to use that in the future. Thank you. Okay.
On idle examination, is this a diamond? Just 'cause
No. It's an amethyst.
It's an amethyst. Okay,
Yeah.
That's a very soft gem. Okay.
puts it in the register. or whatever.
Yeah. It's around this time when Zashu, Ranut, and Nogu, fucking Feltix return. Jeez, brain. Rizel is just sitting here in the corner, just being quiet. She knows something and is not saying anything.
Oh yeah.
Well,
But chances.
Oh, Nim. Oh, yeah, Nim is here, and seems confused. But does he have the tact? No, he doesn't. Thanks, Dice. Nim, where is Click?
from my understanding, he'll be back tomorrow or something.
Oh, that's
Yes.
wonderful.
Assuming it works. I don't know why it didn't.
And Zasha's just gonna go upstairs.
How did things go?
Well,
He
punishment was swift but exaggerated.
is a little excessive.
God
He,
damn it!
yeah.
You made him mad, didn't you?
There's no stopping that. Of course he was going to be mad.
We tried. I mean, I tried to calm him down, but he flew off in such a rush. I couldn't stop the initial blows. I managed to put a stop to it before it got too bad, but yeah, Fadra's not gonna like the news. He may not be able to stay in the city anymore.
This is when Aradox turns around. The fuck did he do?
Oh no.
Demolished 5 buildings.
Injured.
I hate Young
Injured
Dragon
7.
so much. Fuck it, god damn it. I'll be back. He says he hops out of his seat.
Aranop, where you going? You
I'm
talk
gonna
to
go
him?
talk with him.
It's alright.
Are you
Let
sh-
him go.
It's a dragon thing, yeah. Good luck.
Have your food ready when you're back. I think.
Wrap it up, put it in my room. I'll eat it in the morning. It's gonna be a long talk.
I'll offer my heat rock and keep it warm for you.
Actually, appreciate that. He says as he goes ahead and heads out. As Rizel raises an eyebrow at that. So, the off feeling I get about that dwarf.
Is pretty much what you
Folded
expect.
nods.
Uh-huh. So, she says, holding up a paper bird, you haven't received yours yet, but the Harpers are very unhappy about something that just happened.
They're not the only ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of cascading, but
There's a small
I'm sure we
skill.
can
There's a
manage
small skill hunt going on for interim members in the city at the moment, but right now there's a bigger priority. One of the higher members of the Harper Association does not like the actions that a certain frequent customer we get here has taken. He's considering putting a hit out on him. I've sent a paper bird back, explaining that is not necessary, but we'll see if he will see logic. I'm probably going to have to speak with Lord Malcolm tonight and explain everything that has happened, because a lot has happened in just a single day.
Yes.
start off good.
Before I head out, though, I have a few questions, and perhaps what the hell happened?
Click wanted to go see Xenophon, from my understanding. Spend some time with him after the mission. He got caught on the way. We chased down the assailants. Zilliform found out. And yeah, that's all the bad news piling up.
Well,
And
Chance and I
so,
went.
a dragon
but
leveling, the dragon leveling a small section of the dock wards is just a part of that.
Yeah, he was tracking down the scent of the items that were stolen off Click.
And none of you thought the foresight that perhaps the Zentrum would have sold these items off to other people, selling hot objects.
Fiddler would have to find them before we could find who they got them from.
We're not even sure if we got the right Zentrum then. Fuck. She says as she sits up. Whatever.
Yeah. That's a good summary of today.
Today was a good day. Damn it. We retrieved 500,000 stolen dragons and returned them to Waterdeep.
We helped the city. We should be celebrating.
Instead, I have a dead Harper on my hands. I have a high-ranking Harper member wanting to kill someone who I've come to enjoy the presence of. And now I have to actually go work the night, instead of standing here and celebrating with my friends. She takes a deep breath. We can celebrate tomorrow. Damn it. She throws down a dagger into the table and storms out.
Nolgu takes the dagger out of the table, just polishes the table a bit to try and make the damage less noticeable.
To clean off any poison.
It might have actually been poisoned. She has a bad habit that she has not broken.
Puts it underneath the counter.
Ranu, Boya comes up to you. Boya! And just jumps onto your lap.
I got a call. Sorry.
Never mind.
I hear Boya came up to me.
Boya comes up to you and jumps on your lap. He can tell you're stressed.
Okay.
And just settles there.
Chance, do you know how to cook for a dragon?
And this is where she brings out the butter book again. I mean, it's in Draconic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
So I'll look through it with Nolgu.
All right, Nolgu, you can just make me a wisdom check with advantage. As Chance is helping you prepare a meal for when Arnex gets back. Damn, you make something good. All right, we'll talk about what you made later. I need to go up to where Zashu is. Zashu.
Yeah.
I think I'd said that. Okorian and Rochelle had left. I'm not sure if I said that or not. Yeah.
Yeah. He just doesn't know because he just got here, right? So he's checking.
Rochelle is gone, but there is a stack of notebooks. There is a stack of notes left, and they are very nicely organized. Some of the resource that they've had about the demiplane is that it should be opening soon. They estimate it's opening in about 7 to 9 days. It opens up to, from their calculations, a portal to the a demiplane that coincides with the astral plane, but emanates some Fey energy. They still need to do some more research on it as well. They also sense the presence of something evil inside of it, which is concerning.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, he would just read through that a little bit and I guess finding that out just to occupy himself for a while, keep his mind off things, and that's what he'd be doing. And then eventually he'd probably just go to bed.
All right, that makes perfect sense. Beltix.
In there.
Yeah, Beltix, is there anything you're doing for the rest of the night?
Nope. Seems like it's
been a long fucking day.
Go to bed.
And Kipper is more than happy to curl up with you.
Yay, Kipper.
Kipper can tell you're stressed too. Clearly cuddling up extra to make sure Feltix is happy.
I can tell you all sorts of things the fox will do to you. Sleep.
Gonna sit on his head.
Yep. Get his scent gland all over you.
No. No sitting on my head, god damn it. With your poopy fucking tail on my face.
Okay. It is. I'm pretty sure Ronnie's eventually gonna probably go to bed, probably taking Boya with him for once upstairs, and eventually Arnax returns late into the night, looking exhausted, with some small scratches on his face despite being in his dwarven form.
They had a scuffle.
Nolgo is at the counter still.
Something smells like something delicious was cooked here, he says as he sits down. You guys have made him. You guys found some fish and some eggs. God, I forgot what the pearl of the sea is called. I always forget it. It's it's an actual thing. Let's see. Dish. Damn it. There we go. Edible pearls. Sea urchins. There we go. Beatbox had just gotten some sea urchins, and using a great amount of butter with some fish on the side, you guys made that for him. He's like, pearls of the sea. I see what you did there. You know, gold dragons love pearls. As he slurps it up, he's like, talk went well. Boy's upset, but he'll get over it.
It's gonna be worse on the surface, though.
Much worse. I let him know that either he's going to be banned from the city, or he's going to probably have to face some time being imprisoned for what he did. Or he'll have to pay the recompense for it. Either way, he's hurt someone else's reputation more than he's hurt himself, and that kind of pisses me off.
Yes. I'm also pissed off by that.
Mm. Also, Chance is going to go grab how would you like a rag? So because you said he has scratches and stuff, so he can clean.
All right, you grab him, Rag. He's like, oh, sorry. We got into a bit of a kerfluffle when I first met with him. He apparently had forgotten who I was. We got in a little bit of a fight. Didn't last too long, though. He did get my face something good, though, but I gave him one lick better.
Young dragons.
They tend to be very feisty. It takes about 500 years before they grow out of that dumb shit phase.
Is it different for the different types?
As gold dragons, we tend to start off kind of wise. Then again, we also take care of our young until they're, old enough to be trusted to be on their own. Same thing with the silvers. Bronzes and brasses, a little bit less so. Coppers, I'm not 100% on. Coppers don't tend to like each other, so I'd imagine they probably leave their young to fend for themselves.
No, it just kind of nods. Was it more than an hour before he came back?
Yes.
He would totally have summoned Hermes after fishing and cooking if there was time.
Oh, you got a little bird there, I see.
Yes, this is my familiar, Hermes.
Oh, hello there, little Hermes. How are you doing? You want one of my pearls? He says, whipping up one of the sea urchin eggs.
I thought you were going to hand him a pearl and just reenact that scene. Identify.
No. Do you let Hermes eat it?
I don't know if that's bad for owls, so yes.
Alright, you let Hermes eat it. Hermes seems relatively okay. As Arnak says, well, whether or not Click is brought back or not, I think things will be okay. I know this is a tough thing to hear, but death is a thing that happens. Especially for someone as old as me, you see a lot of it. Some people die of old age, some people die of disease, some people die of tragedy. It's sometimes an experience to grow, but it's never not a painful thing.
Hopefully there's some growth from this. And hopefully...
I imagine you've all learned something from this at the very least.
I've learned there's worse ways to end.
Aye. Right. I'm tired as all balls, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a nap. Oh, can I have one of those, what do they call them, bars things before I go to bed? Doors don't stop talking about it.
I actually didn't understand what it was.
A bar. It's B-E-E-R. I think that's how you spell it.
Beer.
Oh, that's how you pronounce that shit.
Nogu goes down and gets a high quality one.
You didn't need to get me something this special, he says as he immediately drinks it down. But it was appreciated anyway. Oh, gotta laugh a little bit. Gotta laugh when things are sad, otherwise things never get happy again.
I know you guys have your own tastes.
Appreciate that. He says as he trudges his way upstairs. And turns into the night. Chance and Nogu, are you guys going to turn in as well, or would you like some time to talk?
Talk, probably. Briefly.
Sure.
Nogu actually kind of slumps for once, rubbing his face and just groaning. Chance has probably never seen him like this.
Nope. So she just kind of like slides. I assume he's on one of the stools, so she's just going to make sure she's on the one next to him, and just kind of reach over and pat him on the shoulder.
How the hell am I going to talk my way out of this? It's such a mess. God damn it, Click. It doesn't matter at that point. It was after him. Series of bad choices.
What was that word Jarlaxle was using earlier? Obstinate.
Obstinate, yeah. That does summarize Click, doesn't it?
I mean, he didn't make the best choices today.
Hopefully we'll make some better ones tomorrow. We got a lot to do.
Yes.
I just hope I'm up to it.
I believe in you. And I cast Caddic Inspiration.
Just kind of glances sidelong. It's nice to have someone else who does.
Alright, and with that, you guys turn in for the night. And I'm going to give you guys the option. We can either call it here for today, or we can continue it tomorrow morning. We can go for maybe another 30 minutes or an hour, or we can call it here.
I feel like that's a good place to end it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Like,
All right.
I mean, I love more D&D, but like just cramming a little extra in probably. I mean, that's a good spot right there. I think. Like,
All
this-
right.
I think tonally, this is nice. I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and end it there then. We'll see you guys all next week when we do most of the wrap up for this.
Yeah, like and subscribe and come back to find out what happens to Click.
Alright.
Oh, is next week the module feedback?
We will be doing that after we, get all this other stuff resolved. Sadly,
Okay.
we have to
managed
send
to
it.
bring the house down on the last episode.
Yep. All right. Goodbye, everybody.